yet still in this
of the National League.
There's a long ways to go yet still in this, week and a half or so, almost 2 weeks. So a lot of baseball, and you think if you're the Rockies right now, you were looking pretty good about, what do you think, about a week ago or so?
And they come in here next for 4.
Yeah, and this is, as we're finding out, no easy place to win games.
No, they found that out with San Francisco. They lost both games to the Giants. It was a brief 2-game series, and now they come in here for 4. Diamondbacks go home. They're off tomorrow. They've got Miami in town, 6:40 Friday night, 5:10 on Saturday night, 1:10 on Sunday. The Giants are in for 3. 2 night games followed up by the day game. Next Wednesday afternoon, the 12:40 matinee, the final home regular season game of the season against San Francisco, and then the final 3 of the regular season in Kansas City the weekend of the 29th through October 1st, and that ends the regular season. And, of course, the Diamondbacks and several other teams hoping to get to postseason play and take their chances from there. Diamondbacks bats need to get going.
They do need to get going. You got to start scoring some runs at some point here, but you like them to get the whole offense as a whole. Just not a couple guys here and there, but to get healthy. And sometimes it can be contagious. But this is the time of year now where you want to really start, putting together some good at bats and start heating up a little bit, getting ready for that postseason.
The book on their starter tonight, D. Nelson Lamet, as the Padres take the field, brought to you by the Arizona Department of Education. Your children, your schools, your voice. Be Heard Arizona. Be the change you want in education. Head to azed.gov/BeHeardAZ.
Yep, D. Nelson Lamet, 7-7 this year. He's made 19 starts. ERA 4.15, a whip, pretty good whip of a 1.20. Fastball, slider, changeup. Fastball is about 95 on average. He'll run it up there, almost hit 98 at times. His slider is excellent. It's about 11 miles an hour slower than his fastball, but he throws about 40% of the time. He's got very good tilt on it. That's his strikeout pitch. Great stuff. 205 batting average against with only a 676 OPS against. Exceptional. Right-handed hitters only hitting 152 against him. So that's how effective that slider has been along with that fastball. He's pitched very well with runners in scoring position. They're only a 205 average against also. So even for a young guy, he's learned how to be able to bear down when he really needs to. So I think for the Diamondbacks against him, you just have to have some selective at-bats. He's walking over 4 guys per 9 innings. They have faced him one start this year. They hit him pretty well. 3 innings, he only gave up 5 hits, 7 runs. So the Diamondbacks have seen him briefly and had some success against him.
He turned 25 in mid-July. He's out of the Dominican Republic, Santiago. He was signed as an international free agent in June of 2014, so he's made a quick rise through their system into the big leagues.
Yeah, I mean, that's quick. And again, when you have an arm like he has, they're not going to let him waste it down in the minor leagues. If he's ready and he can throw strikes, they're going to get it up there, and that's what's happened to him.
Our first pitch about to be brought to you by Supercuts. Save time, check it online with any one of their 60-plus Phoenix locations, the Supercuts mobile app, or at supercuts.com. David Peralta will step in and lead things off here. We're set for a night of baseball in downtown San Diego, the Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres. And D. Nelson Lamet toes their rubber. Peralta sat out last night, injured the night before, a little bit of a quad hamstring tightness. Here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it's a little bit outside ball one. 1-0, we're underway. 70 degrees here at Petco Park in downtown San Diego. Next pitch to David, and he swings and hits it in the air to left. Backing up on it at the warning track, at the wall. And for the second night in a row, the Diamondbacks lead off the ball game with a home run. Opposite field shot by David Peralta. And it's 1-0 Diamondbacks, his 14th of the season.
Well, I guess David was watching A.J. Pollock and said, I think I could do that too. Opposite field blast, and 96 on that fastball. He just let the velocity just kind of really give him the power, and he knocked it out of here.
Funny, I was watching Blash on that ball, and he was just kind of trotting back, and he just kind of looked up and ran out of real estate, and that ball was well out of here.
Yeah, and if it's not, that's not a real high fence. We've seen guys jump up and bring balls back there.
Blash goes about 6'4", 6'5", outside ball one now to Marte. Well, he didn't give up a lot of home runs, but he's given up a leadoff home run to start the night. And so the second pitch of the ball game out of the ballpark, and there's a ground ball hit sharply to short. by Marte, and the throw to first is in time to get him. That ball was smashed on the ground, and Ibar was handcuffed, but he made the play to get the out.
That's two well-struck balls. Of course, one the home run. That one just a shot to second base or to shortstop. That's a good sign so far. That's two at-bats, two hard-hit balls.
Here's Goldie. The average is down to a 303, but 35 home runs, 115 runs batted. And Diamondbacks did not take batting practice today. Instead, they held a hitters meeting. A meeting that was scheduled about 45, 50 minutes before the ball game. There's a strike call, 0-1. So, second career leadoff home run for David Peralta. Remember Pollock homered to the first last night, first batter of the ball game, and Diamondbacks didn't do much after that. Goldie takes another strike as he checked his swing, and it cost him now 0-2. Goldie on the road trip has gone 3 for 20 with one home run, 2 runs batted in, scored 3 times. The 0-2 pitch to him, and that's high, and the count is 1-2. Goldie now back in the 3 spot of the order, and Martinez settling into that 4 spot. Descalzo batting 5th tonight. So 1-0 D-backs. Robbie Ray's got a quick run to work with as we start this ball game, thanks to Peralta. And now Goldie takes just a little high and outside, 2-2 on him. Dinelson Lamet, Dinelson. Dinelson. Outfield plays Goldie a little round toward right, some room out in left center and down the left field line. Here's the 2-2 pitch and a foul out of play. Goldie wasted that pitch.
Yeah, that's a good slider. That's his strikeout pitch along with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Count stays 2-2. Diamondbacks will kick off the homestand with Zach Greinke taking the hill on Friday night against the Miami Marlins and that big offense that they shoot out there. 2-2 to Goldie, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that's out number 2 here in this first inning. It's been a tough road trip for Goldie.
Tough time for Goldie. A few times it looks like he's seeing the ball better and he's starting to get there, and then other times, just it seems like he's still a ways away.
And now the batter will be J.D. Martinez. J.D. took the collar last night. I haven't said that very much since he's joined the Diamondbacks. But he steps in with 2 outs and a run in and a 1-0 Diamondbacks lead, and he takes strike 1 from Lamet. 40 home runs and 91 runs batted in on the season for Martinez. 24 of those homers and 52 of those RBIs with the D-backs. And tonight Martinez is playing in his 54th game with Arizona. He played in 57 with Detroit. He takes one outside, says Sam Holbrook, crew chief, the home plate umpire. 1-1. Again, the Giants beat the Rockies 4-0 today. Matt Moore pitched well. And the bullpen for the Giants held the Rockies in tow, and they swept that 2-game series. There's a fly ball down the right field line, but that's going to twist foul going over the right fielder Renfroe, but that's well back into the seats. And the count on Martinez now is a ball and 2 strikes. Diamondbacks on the road are 39-38. The Padres 41-35 here at home. And they come in here 68-83, 15 games below 500, but they have exceeded what most thought they would do this year.
I agree with that.
The 1-2 to Martinez is hit sharply to short. Ibar's got this one. And his throw crosses in time to get Martinez. So the Diamondbacks strike first on the home run by Peralta. Robbie Ray to the hill in the bottom of the first inning. It's 1-0 D-backs.
Attention electrical workers. Do you want a career with employer-paid health care and retirement benefits? Become a member of the IBEW and work for one of our NECA contractors.
5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948.
That's making Diamond dreams come true since 1948.
Arizona Diamondbacks baseball. 98.7 FM. Arizona's sports station.
Well, the book on Robbie Ray is brought to you by the Arizona Department of Education. Robbie is 14-5 this year in 25 starts that he's made. 2.74 ERA, fastball, curveball, slider, a change-up once in a while. Fantastic stuff. Lots of strikeouts, 206 of in fact. Hitters only hit 198 against him and only 180 with runners in scoring position. Versus the Padres, 3-0 with a 1.33 ERA.
And he drops a slider low and inside to the first batter, Manuel Margot. 1-0 Diamondbacks on the David Peralta leadoff home run here. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Margot hitting .268. And he has really hit the Diamondbacks well. That pitch sails outside from Robbie. 2-0 the count. Margot, Ibar, and Myers here in the first. Well, after Pollock homered last night in the opening inning, the Padres against Zach Galli in the bottom of the first got 3 straight hits, ended up scoring 2 runs, took the lead and never looked back at a victory. Way outside, ball 3-0 here. Robbie wants a new baseball.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like that baseball either. He's one that goes in the strike zone.
Diamondbacks defensive alignment brought to you by AmeriSleep. Visit AmeriSleep's flagship store at Santan Village in Gilbert. AmeriSleep. Better sleep for better tomorrow. Herman's a catcher tonight. Lamb at third, Marte at short, Descalzo at second, Goldie at first. Way outside, he walked him on 4 pitches to start the ball game. So a 4-pitch walk and a base runner. Robbie Ray immediately out of the stretch here in the first inning.
Yeah, Robbie does a pretty good job with runners. He won't give up 6 stolen bases with 8 caught stealings, but Andy Green and when he gets his guys on at the top of the order, he likes to run, and Margot's that guy.
He's swiped 15, been caught 6 times. Ibar the batter. Switch hitting shortstop. Peralta, Pollock, and Martinez in the outfield, left to right. So Ibar will bat right-handed here, the switch hitter. He's hit well against the Diamondbacks this year. And Margot grabs his lead. Ray will check him. Gets his sign from Herman, comes center the belt. And the first pitch of the at-bat to the Padres shortstop is on the way, and it's in for a strike, 0-1. Ibar hit the home run off Greinke here on a 1-0 win back on April 19th. That beat the Diamondbacks 1-0 that night. Came late in the game. And a snap throw to first, and pretty close but safe. Robbie that time a step-off throw over. Margot got back in. Cubs are getting beat up by Tampa Bay tonight, 7-0 in Tampa or in St. Pete. And Milwaukee down a run in the 7th at Pittsburgh. The pitch. Ibar swings and lifts it foul out of play. That's strike 2 on him. Will Myers is next. Myers is the guy who's really had the Diamondbacks number.
Yeah, he's had a good series.
This game number 153 tonight. The season series stands 10-8 D-backs. So they have won the season series, but they're only 3-5 here in San Diego. They went 7-3 at Chase Field. Ray checks the runner, and he'll throw over again. And back is Margot. We started this game an hour earlier, 6:10 tonight. Too bad it wasn't an afternoon game, but
yeah,
that was not in the cards, so to speak. Ray is ready. Margot is leaning. Ray is holding. And here's the time had been called as the runner was going. And how about that? Ibar flicked it foul, and Margot was on the move, and home plate umpire Sam Holbrook had called time. Somebody asked for it, and I'm guessing it was a hitter.
You don't see that often, where it gets to that point where the pitcher throws the ball and the hitter actually swings.
And the runner's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. It tells you things were in action there. Well, Ibar held his hand up, and it took a while, actually, for Sam Holbrook to call time.
Robbie had already started his windup going forward before he actually called timeout. That should not be allowed.
And now the 0-2 pitch, and Ibar swings and lifts it foul again. And the count stays 0-2. Yeah, there's kind of a fine line there, and some umpires will always call time, and other umpires will not. And this time, Sam Holbrook elected to grant time to the batter. Margot walked on 4 pitches. The count here is 0-2 on Ibar. Out of the stretch, and the pitch on the way, and that's grounded to first. Goldie's got it. He'll throw to second. Out, back to first. Safe there. Well, they got the out at second. They did not get the out at first. Andy Green's got the hand up. They're curious about whether or not Marte was on the bag when he took the throw from Goldie.
I was the same way when I saw it. I'm not sure if they're going to call him out or safe there. Looked like his foot was leaving. But again, Goldie didn't have much of a throwing lane. If he comes off the bag to the interior part of the infield, he'll have a nice throwing lane where he can make a nice throw, but then he'd have to scramble back to the base.
He's also pretty close to first base. No, Andy's not going to challenge it here. So they get the out at second. Margot is retired. Ibar will be the runner at first. Just looking again. And that angle there, it looks like the foot came off after the ball was in the glove. It was close. And that was a call. That goes 3-6 on the putout. Ibar at first now for Will Myers, the first baseman. Right-handed hitter. He's their big power guy. He and Renfroe, the next hitter. 28 home runs, 72 runs batted in for Myers, and he's had a good series against the D-backs. He's had a good season. Throw to first, Ibar gets back. Ibar swiped 8 this year. Thought momentarily Goldie might try and step on first and then throw to second, but he opted to go for the play at second to take that runner out of scoring position. And they did get that out. It's a gamble sometimes when you step on first and then have to make the throw down. There's a ball inside. Nice block by Herman. And the count is 1-0. The only thing you think maybe now that it happened and you saw the way that play developed and not the good throwing lane, he might have had a better throwing lane had he stepped on first and then thrown down to second. I agree.
Because you know that the base runner is going to take an interior route when that ball's hit in front of the bag at first base, and that's what Margot was doing there.
1-0 the counter on Myers. Diamondbacks on top 1-0 on the Peralta leadoff home run to start the ballgame. Second pitch in. And now Myers takes one low and inside. The count on him goes to 2-0. Robbie's command a little hit and miss here early in this ballgame.
Like that with a lot of starting pitchers. Got to settle into it a little bit, get the feel of his slider, get the command of his fastball. It's always a big thing for a pitcher. You got to get that fastball command first, number one.
Renfroe waiting on deck. 2-0 count here on Myers. Ray out of the stretch, checks Ibar at first. And now the pitch, and that's low and inside. Ball 3-0. He had a 4-pitch walk to Margot. Got ahead of Ibar, got the fielder's choice, and now he's 3-0 on this hitter. One on, one out. Ray is ready. Ibar his lead off first. 3-0 pitch. Myers takes eyeball for another 4-pitch walk. Now he's got to deal with 2 on in the inning for Hunter Renfroe.
Got to watch both these runners too, Ibar and Myers. The way Andy likes to manage down there, I could see him putting a double steal on.
Mike Butcher goes to the mound. Diamondbacks pitching coach. Robbie on the 2 walks missed badly on all 4 pitches to both hitters, Margot and Myers. Renfroe hit a 3-run homer in the ballgame here on Monday night. It was his 21st of the season. He's knocked in 50. He bats with 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of this first inning on this Wednesday night. His team down a run. Right-handed batter digs in, their right fielder. Good defender with a good arm out there in right field. And a big bat. Hunter Renfroe. Ray is ready, checks the 2 runners. And the first pitch on the way is into the dirt. Low and inside, ball 1-1-0. Robbie with his 2 walks here. Did not walk a batter in his last start. Walked 2 in the game against the Padres on the 10th.
13 pitches, 9 of them balls right now. Still just trying to get a feel of something he's comfortable with to be able to throw for a strike.
1-0 the count on Renfroe. out of the stretch. A check of the two runners, a pitch. High fly ball, center field. Pollock started back. He's going to come in and make the catch. There's a tag at second. Ibar stays there as Pollock gets the ball back in. That's 2 outs. Renfroe just missed on that. Had a good cut at it, but flies out to about medium center field.
Yeah, had a fastball up in the zone. That was very similar to the fastball that he hit off Corbin. He just got a little underneath this one.
Now on Hervey Solarde. He's playing second tonight. He's been playing third, short, second, moving him all around in the infield defensively. They're keeping his bat in there one way or another. And on the year, 17 home runs, 61 runs batted in. He'll bat right-handed against Ray now with 2 on 2 out here in the first. 1-0 D-backs lead it. Ray is set as his sign. Check of the two runners. First pitch is over for a strike, 0-1.
That might have been the best fastball Robbie's thrown right there. Good inside delivery, just above the knees.
1-1 the count. Ibar, big lead out at second base. Pitch. Ground ball to short. Marte's got it. And he'll go to second to Descalzo for the forced play on Myers. And that'll end the inning. And with all that, Robbie Ray only threw a total of 16 pitches in that first inning. He walked 2 batters on 4 straight pitches. But the Padres leap to it after 1 here. It's 1-0 D-backs.
We're live at Jason Smith's football watching party where I seem not to be able to get out from this chair. What's the...
Guarantee postseason priority when you become a 2018 D-backs season ticket holder. Get the best seats for the lowest price and then presented by Gila River Casinos.
Arizona Diamondbacks baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
1-0 Diamondbacks after 1 from Pat O'Connell from the Diamondbacks Media Relations Office. The Diamondbacks have led off back-to-back road games with a home run for the first time in club history. Second time overall. They did it against the Rockies at Chase Field, both by Gene Segura. Here's a strike to Daniel Descalzo. But the Diamondbacks last night got a home run from Pollock, leading off the ball game tonight from Peralta. Nelson Lament back to work. And there's a fly ball to right, but Renfroe is there under it, and he's got it one away. Good cut there by Descalzo, but the right fielder made a rather routine catch.
Yeah, just got on his hands a little bit there.
Here's Jake Lamb. Diamondbacks with that first inning run. Save at home brought to you by Southwest Gas. Beer free this season. Call 811 before you dig. Have underground utility lines marked for free. It's easy. It's the law. Lamb's average down to 247. 27 homers, 101 runs batted in. Jake 60 extra base hits this year. And the first one to him here from Lamet is a strike call, 0-1. They have a shift on. And after the first strike to Lamb, the fielder on the left side of the infield, Ibar, who is around third base, hovers back to shortstop deep. There's a fly ball deep center field. Back she goes. Margot back at the wall. Leaps. It's gone. Jake Lamb's first home run since August 20th in Minnesota. A solo blast over the center field wall here, and the Diamondbacks shoot on top 2-0.
You know how good that had to feel to Jake. I'm surprised they don't give him the silent treatment in the dugout, but you know that has got to be a good feeling for him, seeing that power come back.
Well, last one August 20th against Bartolo Colon 24 games ago, and he unwinded. And Margot made a leap at the wall, but it was well over his glove. 2-0 Diamondbacks on home runs by Peralta and now Lamb. And now here's A.J. Pollock, who's been swinging a red-hot bat. A.J. takes a strike call. Diamondbacks now with 202 home runs as a team. And they have only been over the 200 home run mark 3 times in their franchise history. That's a ball to A.J., 1-1. The 1999 team belted 216. The 2001 team hit 208. Diamondbacks could end up breaking that record, at least by the 2001 team.
Yeah, no doubt.
Here's the 2-0, and that's outside. I think the count's 2-1, isn't it? Yeah, 2 balls and a strike. 408 feet on the home run by Lamb. Boy, it was a nice swing.
Yep. Nice and easy. Yep. Use the middle of the field. Straight away center.
Here's the next one. And that's fouled out back by A.J. A.J. had the big night last night. And it was a good thing he was in the lineup. Diamondbacks managed only 4 hits, 2 runs. A.J. accounted for 3 of those hits, on base 4 times with the 3 hits and a walk, and homered twice. Otherwise, the Diamondbacks really would have done nothing offensively last night. Here's the next one from Lamet to Pollock on the way. And a check swing outside. Full count on him, 3-2. On deck, Chris Herman. So the left-handers here, Peralta and Lamb, with home runs off Lamet. Back-to-back innings. Pollock full count now with 1 man out. Here's the wind and the pitch to him. And a ground ball to short. Charging Ibar, and he throws on the run, and they get Pollock for out number 2 in the inning.
Got him with the slider that time. I didn't think he'd throw the slider, 3-2 there. But he did. Fooled A.J., rolled over the top of it.
And with 2 outs now, here's Herman, who is batting 8th, catching tonight. The Brewers come back and get the lead over Pittsburgh. Going to the bottom of the 7th, 4-3 is the score there. And again, if Milwaukee wins that game, they catch Colorado for the 2nd wild card position behind the Diamondbacks, who started the night 5 in front of Colorado. The Rockies losers earlier today. 1-0 on Herman, left-handed batter, the pitch. Chris swings down the line and right. That's going to go. And that's a home run, I believe. No, it's off the wall in play. And the right fielder now, Renfroe can't come up with it. Now he gets it back in, and Herman stops at second. And I think Torey Lovullo will look at this, see if that ball actually hit into the seats, and then bounce back onto the field. It was right down the right field line around the pole.
It's a short porch down there, and watching the replay now.
That's a home run, I think.
Well, if it hit that foul pole, there's a black line. It's over that black line. That's a home run.
Andy Green is coming out. Torey Lovullo had come out. The umpires are going to get together. Herman is at second base at the moment. The first base umpire, Quinn Walcott, looked at, I mean, that ball was just on a line down that right field line. Oh, it might be a foul ball. Looking at it now.
It's
yeah,
foul.
it was a foul ball.
He's going to win that.
That was a foul ball. And it was not a home run. It looked like it hit off that little fence. Ooh, they're gonna rule it a home run here, and the umpire's gonna look at it, and I think that'll be changed. Just look at the replay.
We can clearly see it, but it just amazes me that the umpires get together, and then they all see it that it's a home run, and it's clearly foul.
So they'll look at it, and if they've already looked at it in New York, they'll put the headphones on and take them right back off. But that was quite a blast by her. You'll hear the reaction of the crowd here when they show it on the big screen. And left field. Man, did he smoke that ball? Diamondbacks have really got some good cuts tonight.
Yeah.
We're looking at the replay right now. And now the fans just saw it and they realize it's foul. I think the umpires are realizing it also. See, here's where the umpires can just take off the headphones and make it the decision themselves. Headphones are off, and it is a foul ball. And Herman will come back to the plate and take another swing at it.
A minute and a half later after they all call it a home run.
Well, they end up getting the call right. Took a little time. But, again, it was a foul ball. You would have liked to have been a home run because all of Chris's 21 career homers have come in a team win.
Yeah.
He's had a multi-homer game. His club when he homers is 20-0. Now he hit another one. Just keep this one fair. That doesn't happen too often for a hitter. If you hit one down the line, it's called foul, and then you hit another one that gets out. I'm thinking, man, that could have been another. That could have been his 10th of the year. Career high for him. The count on Herman is a ball and a strike from Lamet. 2 outs and a run into the home run by Jake Lamb. Here's the windup and the pitch. And Herman, a fly ball into the gap in center. And Margot on the run makes a Willie Mays basket catch. as he makes a grab to retire the side on the run. 1 run of the home run by Lamb. Jake's first since August 20th. And the Diamondbacks, as Robbie Ray goes back to work, bottom of the second, leading the Padres 2-0.
Experience heart-pumping Vegas-style action at all 3 Gila River casinos. Lone View, Wild Horse Pass, and V Quiva. Enjoy unbeatable comps.
Long-lasting soothing of tired muscles and joints.
And you won't stink.
Don't miss the final regular season.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
2-0 Diamondbacks. Couple of solo home runs here tonight. Peralta leading off the ball game, and then Jake Lamb, his first home run in 97 at-bats dating back to August 20th. 28th of the year, giving him 102 runs batted in. Robbie Ray now with a 2-0 lead as he goes to work in the second. And he will face Blash, Villanueva, and Gale. Blash, big right-handed hitter, 209 average, 5 homers, 16 driven in. Robbie struggled with his command in that first inning, walking 2 batters on 4 pitches each. But got out of it, only threw 16 pitches. Blash takes inside low, 1 ball, no strikes. So those trips around the diamond by Peralta and Lamb, sponsored by Daniels Jewelers. Every Diamondback home run, the Daniels Jewelers family donates $1,000 of value to benefits children's charities like Make-A-Wish Arizona. Daniels Jewelers making diamond dreams come true since 1948. Outside to another count on Blash.
Yeah, this is where Robbie needs to locate now this inning. He's had a couple innings, or seemed like a couple innings in the first inning. But you got to get that fastball command. Once he gets that, I think the slider will follow and the curveball will follow that.
2-0 is a fastball down the middle and fouled back. 2-1. And that one got Herman, as he'll get beat up behind the plate every night he catches. Foul balls off the mask, bats to the helmet on follow-through swings. I mean, you name it. And Chris will absorb it back there behind the plate, and he laughs about it. He has fun playing at the game of baseball. Chris Herman. 2-1 now on Blash. Right back into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss.
There's a good slider.
Yeah, real good. Over the top of the swing. Cubs are on the board in the 8th inning, but still trailing the Rays tonight 7-1. Now, if they lose and Milwaukee wins, the Brewers are within 2.5. Swing and a miss, and there's Robbie's first strikeout of the night. Blash a swinging strike, 3-1 out here in the second.
Knocked it up with another slider. Now, we've seen Robbie, he gets on a roll with strikeouts.
Yeah.
And once he gets that first 1 or 2, then look out.
He does get on a roll. Here is Villanueva, the young infielder who was brought up from AAA El Paso after the Diablos season came to an end in the playoffs. And he takes inside and low, 1 ball, no strikes. Hit .296 in the minors this year with 86 runs batted in, 20 home runs. 0 for 4 since coming up to San Diego. Had a start 2 nights ago. Pinch hit last night outside, 2-0 from Ray. Rocky Gale is on deck. One out here. 2-0 Diamondbacks. Last of the second. Outside and high, 3-0. So Robbie still having command issues here in the second inning. There's a strike, 3-1. St. Louis beating up on Cincinnati tonight, 8-2, and they're hanging around. The Cardinals, they're barely hanging around, but enough to warrant a look. Swinging a foul out of play, 3-2 on Villanueva. And the Cubs go to Milwaukee to start a 4-game series tomorrow night. Thursday through Sunday. They've still got the Cardinals to play too. The Cubs. So
yeah, it's not easy for them.
3 balls, 2 strikes. One out of the inning, the pitch from Ray, and a ground ball past the pitcher, right on into center field, a base hit. So Villanueva gets his first big league hit. They'll get the baseball for him. A one-out single, and he gets it off Robbie Ray here in the second inning. That had eyes getting through that infield.
Right through the middle of the field. Beat the shift. Gets it past Robbie.
Now the batter, Rocky Gale, the catcher. Gale is a 29-year-old. 24th round selection back in 2010. He's out of Portland and attended the University of Portland. Played with the Padres back in 2015. Got into 11 games. And this year, AAA El Paso, he had 278. Right-handed batter. And the first one to him is low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rocky is his actual given name. Rocky Michael Gale. The on-deck hitter is the pitcher, D. Nelson Lamet. That's the tying run to the plate here in the last of the second. 1 out. And that's high and away, 2-0. You know, Robbie's out there just trying to feel it. And right now he's not.
Yep, he's trying to figure it out.
29 pitches for only 13 strikes.
After the 2 good sliders he threw to Blash, I thought he was
locked in.
He was on his way.
Yeah, I agree. Then he went 3-0, ran it to 3-2. There's a strike. And the count is now 2-1. Being away with a runner at first. Pirates failed in the bottom of the 7th, still trailing Milwaukee 4-3. They had the lead going into the 7th. Milwaukee took the lead. Now to the 8th inning. There's a swing and a miss as Gale went down to a knee on that swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lamet, the pitcher, next. He's 3 for 31 this year with the bat. Diamondbacks solo home runs by Peralta leading off the ball game, and Jake Lamb in the second inning. On top here, 2-0. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, lifted foul, first base side. Goldie gives it a look, and that's all he can do. Back into the seats, Souvenir. Dodgers losing again tonight to the Phillies 5-4 in the 8th inning. Not bad. They beat Kershaw the other night. The Phillies. They beat Darvish last night. And they're winning tonight's game. That game was started by Alex Wood. He gave up 2 of the runs. Stripling gave up 3. Ray is ready. Checks the runner Villanueva at first. Here's a pitch. High and away. Full countdown, 3-2.
That was a slider, not a good one. Way up and away. This is one of those situations where Robbie's just really battling himself right now. Mike Butcher's already taken 1 trip to the mound. That was last inning.
Diamondbacks got the red tops on tonight. The black cap. Runner won't be going with the pitcher up next. Here's the stretch by Ray. And the 3-2 to Gale. And it's fouled back and out of play again. It's almost like he's throwing that slider to get it over the plate. Not yet.
Not aggressively yet.
That fastball, the command is just not there at the moment. So Gale battling here on a 3-2 count. Another 3-ball count on the hitter in this game for Robbie Ray. We're only in the second inning. Runner at first. Villanueva, he's singled with 1 out on a 3-2 pitch. Now the 3-2 here, and it's fouled back again. And again, Gale goes down to a knee on the swing. And we do it again on 3-2, and these foul balls adding up.
Yeah.
Robbie down 35 pitches thrown. Full count, 3-2. Pitcher next. Big out of this inning for Robbie Ray. If he can get Gale here. He's ready. A check of the runner. And a fly ball deep left field. That's going to go. And the Padres have tied it up on a home run by Rocky Gale at 2-2. First big league home run for the catcher of the Padres. And that one ties this ball game. And boys, he got a big smile on his face.
Last three pitches were all breaking balls that time. And again, just trying to get it over the plate. And that time he was on it. And he threw that slider up in the second deck of that Western Metal Supply Company.
So that ties this ball game at 2-2. And we start anew, and the batter will be D. Nelson Lamet, the pitcher. So all the runs in this ball game, courtesy of the long ball. The first ever for Rocky Gale. And now here's Lamet. He swings and misses strike one. By the second he hit it, he had a pretty good idea it was going to leave the yard, and it did.
He got it elevated. He put together a pretty good bat on him. Real good at bat.
Lamet now hacks at that pitch. 0-2 count. Is that a good term there, hacked at it?
That's the kind of swing right there that gives pitchers a bad name.
As a hitter.
As a hitter.
0-2 the count. Ray could probably bounce this one up there. He swings and misses, striking out. Robbie's got his second strikeout. 2 outs in the second inning now for Margot. Boy, these Padres have just given the Diamondbacks fits. They recently won 2 out of 3 in Phoenix. They've already won this series. Trailed tonight 2-0. Now tied 2-2 in the bottom of the second inning. Margot walked on 4 pitches to lead off in the bottom of the first. He steps in now with 2 outs and nobody on. Robbie's just got to settle in here now and blank him the rest of the way. And Margot takes the slider low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Margot's had a really good year. Average has been hovering around 270 all season. 13 home runs, 17 doubles to go along with 6 triples. 2-0 on him. Robbie's big problem here, with the exception of the pitcher, he's been falling behind every hitter. There's a strike finally to Margot. He'd seen 7 pitches before Robbie finally throws him a strike. 2-1 the count. 2 outs, 2 in. Swinging a little floater over Goldie's head. That's going to fall into shallow right field, a base hit for Margot.
Well, a full swing and just cued that ball into short right field.
Third hit of the inning. And Margot's got a big smile on his face. Goldie's not smiling. And the inning continues now for Eric Ibar.
Yeah, you got to be careful here. First thing you're thinking about is hit and run, stolen base, something going on right now.
Margot was running last time Ibar was up. Ibar fouled the pitch, but time had been called by the home plate umpire, so it was ruled no pitch. Ibar ended up hitting into a fielder's choice. Ray is ready, checks the runner, and throws over. Margot gets back. So a 2-2 ball game here. Diamondbacks Padres in the bottom of the second inning. Myers moves out on deck. Ibar's switch hitter, bats right-handed. Longtime Angel. Brief time with Atlanta. Now with San Diego. Throw to first again, runner back. But he's had a long major league career. Padres now with 3 hits, 2 for the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks 2 hits have been home runs, Peralta and Lamb. All 3 of the Padres hits have come in this inning. Single by Villanueva, the 2-run homer by Gale, and then the 2-out hit by Margot. First pitch to Ibar from Ray, instead another throw over. Runner back. And these Padres fans boo. Robbie's pitch count now up to 43 on the night. That's getting up there.
Yep.
2 outs in the inning. 2 runs in and a base runner. He's yet to throw a pitch to Ibar. Here comes one. And it's high and outside, 1-0. Ooh, called a strike. My bad by Sam Holbrook. And Ibar looking back at him, he said, really? 0-1 the count.
He still can't shake in his head. Can't figure that one out.
I think Holbrook wants to get this game moving. Robbie Ray, we're looking for win number 15 here tonight. Margot with his lead. Here's the next one to Ibar, and that's high. 1-1 strike. Glenn Hoffman, the longtime Padre coach, down at third. His brother Trevor was a pretty good reliever, wasn't he?
He certainly was.
The lead by Margot. Ray will check him and throw over again. And the fans won't like that. D-backs still looking for win number 88. They've lost 3 straight coming in here. Started the road trip with 2 wins in San Francisco. Giants won Sunday. And the Padres have won the first 2 here. Tie game tonight, second inning. The 1-1 to Ibar. There goes the runner. Good jump. Ground ball down to third. Lamb's got it. Long throw to first and got him on a nice play. Nice play by Lamb, and the ball get right down the line. The ball over the bag. And Jake fielded. Strong throw to first. Gets Ibar 2 in the inning on the Gale home run. First in the big leagues. 1 left. We go to the top of the third. It's a 2-2 ball game.
Hi, I'm Michael Groff, President and CEO of Wallach & Volk Mortgage Bankers. Are you buying a home? Already pre-qualified? Let Wallach & Volk take a second look at your mortgage options to make sure you're in a...
Offer ends September 30th, 2017. Prices to Goodwill supplies last limited stock on hand. For ATV safety and training information, call the ATV Safety Institute. See dealer for details.
The D-backs are in a fight for postseason. Register now for your opportunity to buy D-backs postseason tickets online at D-backs.
Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
Let's pause here for a station break of the Diamondbacks Radio Network.
KMVP FM, Phoenix, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
Tied at 2 as we go to the top of the third. Robbie Ray takes ball 1 upstairs from D. Nelson Lamet, who's got a new lease on life. 2-run over by Rocky Gale. 177th home run for the Padres this year. That ties the franchise home run record. There's a strike. Set last year. And that home run last year, which set their record, was hit September 30th at Arizona. Hit by Ryan Schimpf. Yielded by Braden Shipley. 2-1 on Robbie Ray. They've also hit 81 home runs at home now. Their all-time record here at Petco is 83 set last year. Ray takes a strike, 2-2. Robbie's had a solid season with the bat. He's got 13 hits and 50 at-bats, 2 runs batted in. Diamondback pitchers have hit well this year. Ray takes outside, 3-2. If 159 batting average, that leads the National League. Their on-base percentage of .208. Their 16 walks and 24 runs scored and 46 hits also lead the National League.
Yeah, that's something to hang your hat on there.
And Ray swings and misses here, striking out. Second strikeout for Lamet. And 1 out here in the third inning.
You know, he was trying to return the favor there after Robbie just kind of put him away. 3 pitches.
Here's Peralta, who led off the ball game. The second pitch, he hit the other way. And it flew out of here. Home run number 14 of the year for Peralta. Gave the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead. Conference at the mound between Gale, the catcher, and Lamet. Interesting. Here's a pitch to David. And he swings and fouls it into the middle of the catcher. Strike 1. Peralta and Solarde played baseball together growing up in Venezuela. Solarde at second base as we play here tonight. Peralta at the plate, and he fouls this one back. And the count on him quickly 0-2. Dodgers have caught the Phillies 5-5, bottom of the 8th now. Phillies at bat. Going to the bottom of the 8th, Milwaukee 4, Pittsburgh 3. And the Cubs still trailing 7-1. Tampa Bay at bat of the 8th. There's a ground ball to short. Charging his Ibar, and he gets it, and he throws to first for the out, 2 down. So 2 quick outs here in this 3rd inning for Lamet. Here's Marte.
After the first pitch, it looked like Lamet was just trying to pitch him inside that time. Got in on his hands, got the ground ball.
Marte grounded to short his first time up. Diamondbacks' magic number is at 6 to get to the postseason. They'd like a win tonight and a Cub or Brewer loss to reduce that even more. There's a strike call, 0-1 on Marte, batting left-handed. Just starting to get dark here, downtown San Diego. Just after 7, local time, foul back. Count quickly 0-2 on Marte. Now we're a lot closer to October than we are back to August now, as the baseball season's winding down. An 0-2 count on Marte with 2 outs. Lamet's pitch. Upstairs, 1-2. Greinke will open the series with Miami. On Friday night, he'll be opposed by Adam Conley, the left-hander. The Marlins really took it to the Diamondbacks back in Miami in June. Won 3 out of 4. Diamondbacks won the first game behind Greinke, and then they came back and won the next 3. At the feet of Marte, did he get hit? I guess not. He's still up there at the plate. The count is 2-2 on him. I don't know how he didn't get hit.
I think he pointed over to have him take a look at it.
Yeah. And the Diamondbacks are doing that right now. He fell on the seat of his pants and then fell back on his back. And Jerry Naren's on the phone to Torey Lovello. We're looking one more time, see if it hit the foot. It looked like it might have bounced in front of the foot. Nope, not going to challenge it. So the count on Ketel Marte, 2-2 with 2 outs in this 3rd inning. Diamondbacks led 2-0, now 2-2. Here's the wind of the pitch on the way. Inside, ball 3-2.
Marte is really dancing in that box.
He sees a lot of pitches in his at-bats, doesn't he?
He hits the ball hard. A lot of line drives.
Full count on him. Lamet ready to go. Has his sign. 2 men out. Gill puts up the target. Here's the pitch and a foul ball. Kansas City tonight in Toronto, beating up on the Blue Jays 15-4 in the 9th inning. Diamondbacks close the season in Kansas City. The last weekend of the season. They've got 18 hits in that game. 3-2 on Marte with 2 outs here. The wind by Lamet and the pitch. And a ground ball pulled, foul pass first. They have ball ladies here. And she made a nice fielding play on that ball down the line.
That ball hit pretty hard.
Yeah. So we'll do it one more time here with Marte up against Lamet. Made him work. He'd like to get on. Goldie's next. Here we come on 3-2. One more time to Marte, and he struck him out swinging. And the Diamondbacks down in order 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's a tie game at 2.
Here's your chance to step up to the plate for education in Arizona.
The regular season Sunday home game on September 24th when the D-backs take on the Marlins. Casinos.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
15th out, as always, brought to you by Geico, saving you money on car insurance. It's been a Geico's wheelhouse for over 75 years, so after the game, get a quote at geico.com. Will Myers will step in here as we enter the bottom of the 3rd, a 2-2 game. 2 innings of struggles there for Robbie Ray. 46 pitches thrown. Gave up a 2-run homer to Rocky Gale, his first big league home run in the 2nd to tie the ball game. And now inside with a fastball to Myers, 1-0. Myers first time up, walked on 4 pitches, 2 walks for Ray, 2 strikeouts given up by Robbie. He's given up 3 hits. Myers leading off, the pitch to him. High inside, 2-0. He just hasn't been able to get ahead of hitters.
I think the first one he was trying to throw inside. That one he was not, but it just went in there. So still really struggling with this command.
Next one. There's a strike, 2-1 on Myers. And Colorado comes in here next to play the Padres. 4 games starting tomorrow night. Way outside, 3-1. And Myers, another guy who can run. Clayton Richard, Tyler Anderson tomorrow night. Clayton Richard just got a new contract. Takes him through 2019. He agreed to today with the Padres. Left-handed starter. Myers takes ball 4, leadoff walk. 3 walks of the night given up by Robbie Reyes. Walked Myers twice. There's Renfroe. Fly to center first time up.
Take the bat off the shoulder that whole time.
Renfroe, 229 average. Spent most of the season in the big leagues, although a couple of times down to the minors, including recently. Came back up and his first at bat the other night against the Diamondbacks. Hit a 3-run homer in the first inning. Patrick Corbin that lifted the Padres to a 4-2 victory. Leaded first by Myers. Renfroe to deep left. That ball is going to get out of here. 2-run homer. 42 San Diego. He jumped on the first one from Robbie Ray.
Yeah, I think he just knew Robbie was going to try to throw a strike. And he just missed his last at bat, that fastball that was up in the zone. That time, that was more in his area. Line drive. I wasn't sure if it was going to get out or not. It's a low fence out in left field.
Yeah, and Peralta trying to go back on it, it would have been difficult. He started back, and that ball was on a line, not much trajectory whatsoever.
Yeah, hard to time to jump.
And so he really didn't have time to attempt to jump on it. And it's 4-2 San Diego. Padres now with 2 homers tonight.
Leadoff walk. Boy, that hurts.
And Ray has given up 4 here this evening. There's a strike to Solarte.
I can't remember the last time Robbie gave up 4 runs.
Well, I can tell you.
He might have to look back a ways.
He gave up 5 against Washington on July 23rd. 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, and a 6-2 defeat. This was his last loss. So 4-2 San Diego. Now Solarte swing and a miss. Count on him. 1-2. For Renfroe, that's number 22 on there. He's homered twice in this series now. Swing and a foul back by Solarte. Keeps him up there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now unless you got Herman.
The ball comes halfway out to almost to the pitcher's mound. He wouldn't even go out and get it.
He's not in a very good mood right now.
No.
And you can tell where his concentration was. He was not even eyeballing that baseball was out there. He's just trying to find it here. That must have hit right off the shoulder of Herman, I guess. Oh, the bat got him on the way through again on the hand. That's a nightly occurrence for Chris when he catches. 1-2 the count. Here's Ray's pitch to Solarte. And that's low 2-2. So now the Diamondbacks, after leading 2-0, have to play catch up in this game. They trail 4-2. And all of the runs in this game courtesy of the long ball. And I'll tell you what the difference is. Here's a pitch. Solarte on the ground, foul. The Diamondbacks have 2 solo home runs. The Padres have 2 two-run homers. So they've hit their home runs with somebody on base. And the Diamondbacks, a couple of solo blasts by Peralta and Lamb.
And home run derby continues in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Record numbers this year, all time. 2-2 the count. Still nobody out in the inning. The pitch outside of miss. 3-2 full count. Well, everybody has a hiccup now and then. Robbie really struggling with his command tonight. This next pitch will be his 60th. And he has not yet gotten it out of this third inning. He's given up a walk and a 2-run homer. And the Padres have sprung on top 4-2 in the game. 3-2 on Solarte. Here's a pitch. Swinging a foul back. The other thing is when they're taking their cuts and swinging the bats, they're putting wood on it.
Solarte is taking some hellacious cuts. Well, he's coming out of his shoes.
3-2 count on the Padres second baseman. Gray is ready. Goes into the windup in the 3-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging.
There's a good pitch. Well located fastball down and away. And he caught Solarte looking inside.
First out of the inning now for Jabari Blash, their left fielder. Cubs at bat of the ninth inning, trailing to Tampa Bay 8-1. And Pittsburgh just got a 2-out hit. That has tied the ball game. There's a swing and a miss. Milwaukee, but I understand there's it's either a hit or an error, but the run is in to tie the ball game. Infield hit for David Freese. And Corey Knable, who came on in the 8th inning trying to save that game, committed an error to allow the tying run to score. So the count is 1-2, or Knable has now replaced Swarzak, who made the year. But that game is 4-4 in the 8th inning. Milwaukee at Pittsburgh. Blash takes a strike, and he is down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Robbie Raynaud, 2 outs in this third inning.
Well, Robbie has responded well after that 2-run home run. Of course, he's had Blash's number all night. He hasn't had a good cut at him yet.
Villanueva worked the count, his favorite 3-0 first time up, worked it to 3-2, and then got his first big league hit. And then that preceded the home run by Rocky Gale, his first major league home run. And there's a pitch outside, ball 1. Well, the Phillies have scored 2 and taken a lead over the Dodgers 7-5. There's a foul back. 1-1 on the hitter, Christian Villanueva. Robbie now 67 pitches. Two in, 2 out of the inning, and a swing and a foul back. Robbie looks like he might be locking in now. A 1-2 count on the Padre rookie third baseman, Villanueva. Here's Ray's pitch. Way just outside. 2-2. I thought might have been rung up there. And Herman comes up, stands up, and you could tell he was having a conversation with Sam Holbrook, the home plate umpire. Why the call didn't get it.
69 pitches. There's 70.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So after the walk and 2-run homer, the blast by Renfroe that puts the Padres on top. Ray strikes out the next 3. He's got 5 in the game, but damage done. We'll head to the top of the 4th. It's 4-2 Padres.
Hi, Greg Schulde here. When I developed a herniated disc, I went to Dr. Chris Young at Desert Institute for Spine Care. Dr. Young, I had a herniated disc of the back.
I use natural gas appliances for my whole house. It just makes sense. Sounds like it makes a whole lot of sense.
Make natural gas a part of your all-star.
With every Hyundai sold, Hyundai Hope on Wheels makes a donation to help find a cure for Hyundai. Better drives us.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
We head to the Top of the fourth inning here. Boy, it seems like we should be in about the seventh or eighth. This one has kind of dragged along a little bit. It's 4-2 San Diego. All of the runs in this game, home run, solo blast by Peralta Lamb for the D-backs. 2 2-run homers by Rocky Gale and Hunter Renfroe for San Diego against Robbie Ray. And Dinelson Lamet has got a lead for the first time of this ballgame as he works in the fourth inning. Looking for his 8th win of the year. Goldie will lead it off, then Martinez and Descalzo. Goldie struck out first time up. It's been a rough road trip for Goldie, and he takes strike one here. The average is down to 302, and that's still very good, but he was up there in the 3 teens at one time. He is 3 for 21 on this road trip, 0 for 9 in this series. He takes one low and away. It's a ball and a strike. He was robbed last night in the 6th inning on a line drive to right center toward the gap that Renfroe tracked down. He bats here, leading off. Here's the pitch to him. Way outside, 2-1. So the Diamondbacks going to have to play catch up. Magic number for the Diamondbacks, though, to get in is 5 now because the Cubs have been beaten tonight in their ball game at Tampa Bay by a score of 8-1. Now, if Milwaukee loses, they can't pick up another. And that's simply because those two teams are going to be playing each other over the next 4. And it's a process of elimination. Major League Baseball is handling things. It's gotten so. But the Cubs' loss pushes that magic number at the moment down to 5. Goldie on the 3-1 pitch. Swings. That's up the middle. That's a base hit. Center field. Over to get it. The left fielder, Blash, out in left center. And a leadoff single by Paul Goldschmidt to start the 4th inning.
Well, that had to feel good to Goldie there. Turned that fastball right around, smashed it right into center.
Here now, J.D. Martinez up there as the tying run. J.D. first time up, grounded to short. Martinez on the air, 91 runs batted in overall. And 52 of those have come with the Diamondbacks. Goldie is lead, held on by Myers. And a turn and a throw over. He gets back without a tag. That was the 3rd hit of the night for the Diamondbacks. Their first non-home run hit of the ball game. Martinez swings, lifts it in the air down the right field line. Foul out of play. Strike one of them. Washington leading Atlanta tonight 7-3 in the 9th in Georgia. Cardinals beat the Reds 9-2. Kansas City ended up winning that game 15-5 at Toronto. Boston 9-0 over Baltimore. You said Chris Sale went over 300 strikeouts, right?
Yeah, 300.
13 of those tonight.
It's a big number.
Yeah, not too many get there. The 0-1 pitch to Martinez is in on him. Almost came back over the plate. Called the ball 1-1. Descalzo next. Well, this big ballpark playing short tonight. 4 home runs in the game.
The 2 pitchers out there just have not had their command tonight.
1-1. Goldie a leadoff single. Martinez up as a tying run here. Top of the 4th, the pitch. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. And earlier this afternoon, San Francisco shut out the Rockies 4-0. If Milwaukee wins tonight, they're 4-4 in the 9th inning of Pittsburgh. Then they and the Rockies will have identical records and be the second wild card team. They would be tied behind the Diamondbacks, both with 82 and 70 records. High, ball 3 to Martinez. 3-1 now. Craig Counsell has done an outstanding job with that Milwaukee Brewers club this season. 3-1 on Martinez. Goldie on a 3-1 pitch line to single up the middle to start this inning. He's a runner at first. Nobody out. Here's a pitch. J.D. ground ball back toward the middle. Fielded by Ibar, out at second and out at first. Double play, 6-4-3. And the Diamondbacks last night hit into 3 double plays. They hit into 1 here tonight.
Ground ball pretty close to the base, and I think Solarte might have thought Ibar might have taken that on his own, but quick flip and a quick turn, and they got him by half a step.
Well, I don't know why he didn't take it himself, to be honest with you. 2 outs now, nobody on, and the batter will be Descalzo. Daniel flied out pretty deep to right his first time up. Diamondbacks took a look downstairs, but Alan Campbell said, no, it won't get overturned, so they won't challenge here. Descalzo batting fifth, playing second base. He pretty much is playing second base these days against right-handers, and Drury is playing second base against left-handed pitching. And the first pitch to him from Lamet in the air to center, but Margot's going to get it under it. And he's got it. No runs a hit. Nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 4-2 San Diego.
Experience heart-pumping Vegas-style action at all 3 Gila River casinos.
Baseball, Rams. Right now, this exact Geico commercial is playing on other stations, so don't switch. The Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
Well, we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Robbie Ray back to work. He seemed to lock in after the walk and the 2-run homer by Renfroe. They gave the Padres a 4-2 lead in the third inning. After that 2-run homer by Renfroe, Solarte, Blash, and Villanueva all struck out. Let's see if he can continue that trend here in the fourth. Here's Gale, who hit a 2-run homer off of him in the second inning. The first one's a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. He just showed a shot at Gale after he hit the ball out, running down the first baseline. Looked like he has his tongue out with a big smile on his face, looking into the Padres dugout. First big league home run for him, and he takes another strike, and it's 0-2 from Robbie Ray. Padres have 4 hits, 2 2-run homers, and they lead it here, trying for a 3-game sweep over the D-backs. Swing and a foul out of play. Dodgers down to their last out in Philadelphia, trailing 7-5 to the Phillies. And Milwaukee turned away without scoring at the top of the ninth. Pittsburgh a chance to walk it off bottom of the ninth. And boy, I guarantee you, Rockies are hoping and praying that the Pirates win that game. Keep them a game in front of Milwaukee. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2 now on Gale. Yankees beat Minnesota this afternoon 11-3. Boy, can they score runs quick. Didi Gregorius had another big day. His 25th home run, most ever by a Yankee shortstop.
Is that right?
Yeah. Past Derek Jeter's total. Gale just got a piece of that, and again he goes down on the knee on his swing.
He's watching Adrian Beltre too much.
Yeah.
Way down to that knee.
3 times he's done that now in the 2 at-bats against Robbie Ray. Robbie's pitch count 75 as he works in the fourth. He had 46 pitches alone after 2 innings tonight. And now Gale, a line drive down the left field line. That ball is foul.
Really well struck. Line shot, hooked and foul.
Mentioned he's 29 years old and played 11 games for the Padres back in 2015. This year going into the season of the minors, he'd only hit 9 career home runs in the minor leagues since 2010. He takes outside, count on him evens at 2-2. This is the leadoff man of the fourth inning. The pitcher Lamet is on deck. 4-2 San Diego. Bottom of the fourth, the pitch. Swinging a foul back again. Maybe having a tough time putting him away.
Good velo again. Rammed it up there at 97, but just can't get it by him.
Robbie, 5 strikeouts tonight in this ball game. Now 211 on the year. Tops on the club. He's past Greinke at 208. Swinging a fly ball into left. Peralta settles under it. Now over toward left center. Makes the catch. And Gale is out here to start the 4th inning. 1 down. Here is Dinelson Lamet, the pitcher. Struck out on 3 pitches. Back in the 2nd. There are some pitchers that you can tell just don't even want to be up there with a bat. I mean, they would swing at anything. Lamet gives you that impression.
Yeah, especially after that first at bat, absolutely.
3 for 32 this year as a hitter. He takes this one on the inside corner, strike 1. Washington has beaten Atlanta 7-3. That's now final. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Miami beat the Mets today 9-2. Number 56 from Giancarlo Stanton. He'll be at Chase Field starting on Friday night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with the Marlins in town. And there is strike 3 call. Lamet down on strike 6. Strikeout for Robbie Ray. And now all of a sudden Robbie has shut down 5 in a row. 4 of those on strikeouts. 2 up, 2 down in the inning.
Mo said he gets on a roll with that strikeout, and versus that home run by Renfroe, he's been really lights out.
If you want to do yourselves a favor, why don't you come out for those 3 ball games, watch the Diamondbacks play the Marlins, but come out early and get there and watch the Marlins take batting practice with Stanton and Ozuna, especially Stanton. There's a ball that bounces up there and actually knocked the mask off of Chris Herman as the ball bounced way in front of the plate. Ball 1. Herm again gets beat up more than any catcher in baseball every time he's out there. That ball came up and actually got him under the mask, around the throat area.
That's why you need to have one of those throat guards.
Yeah.
Just for when something like that happens.
Chris says he's okay. Home plate umpire Sam Holbrook knew right away. Grabbing that Adam's apple area. One on Margot with 2 outs here, 4th inning. 4-2 San Diego. The pitch. High and away, 2-1. Milwaukee needs to close that game out on the road. Knebel won't be available. There's ball 4 up high, and Margot is on again. Diamondbacks just can't get him out. He's on base 3rd time tonight. Last night, he was on base 3 times, and in the first game on base once.
2 walks tonight.
That's 4 walks for Robbie. He's walked Margot twice, and he's walked Myers twice.
Yeah. Well, Margot especially, that's a guy you want to make sure they swing the bat.
Ibar, the hitter now, and we'll see if he's taking some pitches here to see if Margot can steal the base, getting his scoring position with 2 men out. Margot has swiped 15 on the year, been caught 6 times. 4-2 Padres lead it here last of the 4th. Throw over, the runner gets back. Luke Robbins is our technical director tonight. Leo's with us up here in the booth. Leo Gilmartin, Mike Ferret, along with Tom Candiotti, Greg Schulte. Home now for the final homestand of the regular season coming up on Friday night. Marlins and Giants in town. Outside and high, ball 1. Herman came up ready to throw to first, but did not. Again, if Milwaukee wins that ball game, they will move into a tie with Colorado for that 2nd wild card spot. Diamondbacks have knocked a number off of that magic number to get into the postseason with Chicago's loss to Tampa Bay earlier. Here's a 1-0 pitch into the dirt, blocked by Herman. 2-0 on Ibar. Well, it's really been a struggle here for Robbie tonight.
I didn't expect this. 91 pitches right now thrown. I thought, especially after the way the last 3 starters really have thrown, that you could jump on Robbie's shoulders in this game.
Well, since returning from the DL, 5-0 with a 1.39 ERA. 55 strikeouts over that stretch. As snap throw to first, runner back. But the Padres have taxed him here this evening. Robbie 3-0 with a 1.33 ERA over 3 starts this year against San Diego. His most recent start was back on the 10th of this month. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, struck out a dozen in a Diamondback 3-2 win. The only game they won in that series against the Padres in Phoenix. Up throw is almost wild to first. Fan Appreciation Day next Sunday, September 24th at Chase Field. Fans can get great prizes all game long. Stick around after the game to run the bases. D-backs Marlins matchup starts at 1:10. Get your tickets now at dbacks.com. So that's coming Sunday. Fan Appreciation Day. Always a lot of fun at the ballpark. 2-0 count on Ibar. Ray is ready. Checks Margot at first. And now the pitch. High and away, 3-0. And you know what? Myers coming up with a couple of guys. He's next.
If you see a walk right here, you're going to see the bullpen getting up. 92 pitches thrown.
Yeah, only in the 4th inning. 2 men out. Got the first 2, then walked Margot. Way outside, ball 4. That's 5 walks for Robbie Ray tonight.
And there goes the bullpen.
Yep. Herman out. Got his hand on the shoulder of Robbie Ray. Mike Butcher's going to come up, pitching coach. Myers could break this one open. Adam Frazier just hit a 2-run homer off of Corey Knebel in the bottom of the 9th inning to give Pittsburgh a walk-off victory tonight over the Brewers in Pittsburgh.
Those closers in non-save situations. Yeah. It's not good.
But again, the Diamondbacks' magic number reduced to 5 a little bit earlier with that Cub loss. Now the Cubs and Brewers go at it in Milwaukee starting tomorrow night. Task at hand here is getting this 3rd out, keeping it 4-2, retiring Will Myers, and see if the Diamondbacks can come back and win this game. And Colorado breathing a little easier as they come into San Diego from San Francisco after losing 2, knowing they still are in that second wild card position with that Milwaukee loss tonight. All right, Ray ready. Myers digs in. He's walked twice. Here's a stretch. And the first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss with the breaking ball. Strike 1. Is that the first strike that Myers has seen in his 2 at-bats?
I think so.
Yeah, I know he walked on 4 in the 1st inning.
And that wouldn't even have been a strike. That was a big curveball way down and in.
Yeah, he said enough of this taking walks. I want to swing the bat. 0-1. Ray gets ahead. Margot at second. Ibar at first. 2 outs here. Padres up by 2 in the 4th inning. And now Robbie steps off. Pats his chest to Herman, saying, my bad. I think Margot is bothering a little bit. He'll get his sign again. Myers, big right-handed hitter, their first baseman. And Ray is ready. And now the 0-1 pitch. Tried the same pitch. Myers laid off this one, 1-1.
Curveball. That's 77 on that one. But you're right. Exact same pitch. Almost same location.
Rivero got the win. Knebel took the loss in that Milwaukee loss tonight at Pittsburgh. And the Cubs maintain their lead in the division. 3.5 over Milwaukee. Cardinals gain a game. They're 5 back. 4-2 San Diego. The runner goes. No throw. They pull off the double steal. Inside the low. Margot swiped 3rd. Ibar following to 2nd.
Same pitch. Curveball down in the dirt inside. Blocked by Herman, but they were off and running, so those are 2 stolen bases.
So double steal pulled off by the Padres. Numbers 82 and 83 on the year. For Ibar, number 9, and for Margot, number 16. Now you get a base open with Myers at the plate, but you got Renfroe at a 2-run homer in the on-deck circle next. Count is 2-1 here. Now a single could get a couple of runs in. Ray is ready. And he steps off. This happened with 2 outs, back-to-back walks, 5 in the game for Robbie, who has struck out 6. Therein tells a big story of why his pitch count is so high. He's closing in on 100. 11 batters in this game who have not swung the bat. Swing and a fly ball into shallow left. Brawl to start it back. Now comes in. He's there. He's got it. And Robbie keeps the score at 4-2 as he gets Myers to end the inning. Stranding runners at second and third. That was a big out right there. See, the Diamondbacks gain a little momentum now going to the 5th, trailing San Diego 4-2.
Hi, I'm Michael Groff, President and CEO of Wallach & Volk Mortgage Bankers.
.com. For a complete list of Arizona sports contests and official rules, visit arizonasports.com and click on the contest tab. That's arizonasports.com.
Arizona Sports, 98.7 FM. Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM. Arizona's sports station.
Well, 4 tough innings for Robbie Ray, but he got a big out when he got Will Myers to fly out with runners at second and third to keep it a 4-2 ball game. We'll go to the 5th now. For the D-backs here, it's going to be Jake Lamb, A.J. Pollock, Chris Herman. Lamb homered in his first at-bat back in the second inning, his first since August 20th at Minnesota, a span of 97 at-bats. Between home runs, it was his 28th. He takes a strike from Lamet, who gets ahead of him. Houston leading the White Sox 4-2 in the 8th inning tonight. The windup and the pitch to Jake. Swing and a fly ball. This one to shallow center. Well, about halfway medium center field. Margot's under it, and he's got it 1 down. Here's Pollock. Grounded to short for Stemma. AJ had the big night here last night. 2 home runs, a double, walk, on base 4 times. Accounted for 3 of the 4 Diamondback hits in the game. Yeah, that 4-2 loss.
Let's see if AJ can get us going here.
Lamet into the wide of the pitch. AJ takes one into the dirt, outside 1-0. Pollock has 51 extra base hits this year. Does it homer, 33 doubles and 6 triples. Ground ball down to third, foul. 1-1 on him. Herman moves into the on-deck circle. They give AJ a lot of room out in left center. Cleveland leading the Angels 1-0 tonight in the bottom of the second in Anaheim. The Angels could gain a game on the Twins, who were beaten earlier by the Yankees. Those are the 2 wild card teams at the moment in the American League faring off. The Yankees won this afternoon 11-3 over the Twins. They have a 7-game bulge over Minnesota. Minnesota now 78-74. The Angels, before that game started tonight with Cleveland, 76-74. So they could pull to within a half game if they can beat the Tribe, and that's no easy feat these days, the way Cleveland's been playing. 1-0 Cleveland, bottom of the second. The count on Pollock goes even at 2-2 here. J.J. Hoover is up in the Diamondback bullpen loosening. I think that's it for Robbie.
Yeah, I mean, he's 96 pitches right now. If they get a base runner, he's definitely going to be out of the game. But it'll be interesting to see him. They go 1, 2, 3, and
liner to right to Renfroe, and it's caught for the out, 2 down.
And Torrey still decides to make a move.
Yeah,
I'm guessing I would.
Well, they got one is in the on-deck circle. He's chalking up his bat as we speak. 2 quick outs here for Herman, who almost hit a home run his last at bat. It was a ball that was originally ruled a double. Then the umpires huddled, ruled it a home run, and then when they got on their replay back to New York, they found out it was a foul ball. Strike 1 to Herman. That was an interesting little moment. Let's check that. It's Ildemaro Vargas who's in the on-deck circle to bat next. Not for one. He's swinging a foul back by Herman. 0-2 on him.
And it doesn't necessarily mean Robbie's out of the game.
Right.
Just he wasn't going to go to the on-deck circle anyway. And I think if they make the third out here, he still has a chance to go out there and pitch.
He's got his cap off, drinking some water in the dugout at the moment. Hoover is warming in the bullpen. Quick 0-2 count on Herman with the shift on against him. The wind by Lamet in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike him out. This inning's over. 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. The Padres lead it 4-2.
Ransomware is software that can infiltrate your business through email, enabling
Sunday home game on September 24th when the D-backs take on the Marlins. It's Fan Appreciation Day, which means fans can win prizes all game long. For tickets, visit dbacks.com. Presented by Gila River Casinos.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
Well, Robbie Ray does go back out there to work the fifth inning. Closing in on 100 pitches. The Diamondbacks trailing 4-2. Robbie's given up 2 two-run homers tonight. One of the Senga to Rocky Gale, his first big league home run. And then a 2-run blast by Renfroe after a walk to Will Myers in the third inning. For Renfroe, his 22nd of the year. Diamondbacks have solo home runs by Peralta and Lamb. And we move to the bottom of the fifth. It's going to be Renfroe, followed by Solarte, then Blash. Ray has struck out 6. He's walked 5. And Renfroe takes the ball on inside 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a drive to left. That ball's got a chance. Peralta goes back. This one's gone. Another home run by Hunter Renfroe, and it's 5-2 San Diego. So he's come back from the minor leagues, and he's hit 3 home runs in the 3 games. One of the games he didn't start.
He's been on fire. That time he got a breaking ball. Went down to get it a little bit on the inside part. Just nailed it over the wall.
Now let me correct myself. He has started all 3 games, but 2 tonight and 3 so far in this series. He's knocked in 3 of their 5 runs. All of the runs in this ball game scoring on home runs. 3rd home run of the night for the Padres. And now here's Solarte. Swung and a miss. He tried to go yard on that swing. Well, Robbie, that's the first time he's given up 3 home runs in a game this year. He had 1, 2, 3 games where he gave up 2. Had not allowed a home run in September. Last home run he gave up was against the Dodgers on August 30th. 3 tonight, now 21 of the season against him.
1.07 home run rate per 9. It's very good, but not tonight.
Ground ball back toward the middle, fielded by the second baseman Descalzo, and he gets Solarte at first on a nice play. Ray made a little leap for that ball, didn't get it. And I don't think Marte was going to get him. It was Descalzo who cut in front and made the play.
Yeah, very nice play. Marte was a little bit towards the hole. Descalzo had to go on the shortstop side of second base to field this ball. Got him.
Well, that's going to be it for Robbie Ray. 102 pitches. J.J. Hoover is on. And Robbie Ray ends up going 4 1/3 tonight. 5 hits, 5 runs. All earned runs. Walked 5, struck out 6. Gave up 3 home runs. 2 2-run homers and a solo home run. John Lester was the Cubs pitcher tonight who took it on the chin in Tampa Bay, or in St. Pete, against the Rays. His ERA is over 4.5 per ball game this year.
Ballooned.
They're about to get Arrieta back, though. I believe he's going to pitch the second game of that series with Milwaukee, or at least one of the games. Swung and a miss by Blash, who struck out twice against Robbie Ray. First pitch from J.J. Hoover. Back to work here.
J.J. throwing a lot of breaking stuff his last few outings. Sliders and curveballs mainly.
Brought to you by Earnhardt Auto Centers. Visit them online at nobull.com. 0-1 count. Last of the fifth. Padres 5, Diamondbacks 2. Padres trying to sweep the series. Way outside 1-1. Miami will come into Chase Field on Friday night. 8 games below 500 at 72-80. They were making a real run there at the wild card when Stan was hitting a home run a night. Outside, 3-1 now on Blash. Or 2-1, excuse me. Stan hit number 56 today. They're swinging the bats well again. And they'll come into Chase Field for that series starting Friday against Greinke. Strike. 2-2 on Blash. Blash out of the Caribbean, the Virgin Islands. Boy, they've been just pelted with those hurricanes. Here's a swing and a miss. He strikes out for the third time tonight. And I think he had something to say to Sam Holbrook about the second called strike to him. Heads back to the dugout. Holbrook stared him down. 2 outs in the inning. Here's Villanueva, who got his first big league hit in the second inning with 1 out, and that preceded the 2-run homer, the first ever home run by Rocky Gale. And that tied the ball game at 2 at that time. There's a check swing, ball 1 from Hoover. JJ in his 48th game of the year. Just showed a shot of Robbie in the dugout, and there's a foul baggie. Just kind of stared out, then just kind of put his head down.
One of those days.
Yep.
Not one of his better ones.
What do you say? A pitcher has 5 good ones, 5 really good ones. He knows he's got it, and 5 bad ones that he knows he hasn't gotten. It's what you do with the other 28, 29, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a drive. That's going to go. Home runs are flying out of here at Petco Park. 4th of the night. This one hit by Villanueva, his first big league homer. And it's now a 6-2 ball game.
Second deck shot. Oh, that was way out of here. You could tell that was gone as soon as it hit his bat.
Maybe the Padres don't need a hitting coach.
No kidding. Just a high hanging slider. Oh.
All of their runs via the long ball. 4 home runs, 2 2-run homers, 2 solo shots. Diamondbacks 2 runs, 2 solo home runs. And Villanueva's got his first big league homer. And it's 6-2 San Diego. They're up 4. Now that hill is even higher to climb. A breaking ball inside to Rocky Gale, who hit his first big league home run in the second inning. So baseball's flying out of ballparks at an alarming rate this year. All-time record set last night with 10 days left in the season. Ground ball to short. Marte's got it on a tough hop and throws him out. And this inning comes to an end. 2 solo home runs, though. 1 off Ray, 1 off the reliever Hoover. 2 more runs in the inning. And in the ball game, we'll head to the 6th. It's now 6-2 Padres.
Here's to the coaches, the team helpers, the behind-the-scenes
sports experiences that you can't buy. Go to ArizonaSports.com and click rewards to sign up. All-Star Rewards, presented by Four Peaks Brewing Company. Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
6-2 Padres before the Diamondbacks hit here in the 6th inning. Trailing by 4. Let's pause here for station identification of the Arizona Diamondbacks Radio Network.
KMVP FM, Phoenix, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
4 home runs for the Padres tonight. 2 by Renfroe, 1 each by the newcomers up in the minor leagues, Villanueva and Gale, both their first major league home runs. Now Lamed back to work, and Ildemaro Vargas will come off the bench, pinch hit. Young Diamondback infielder up from Reno. He takes outside ball one. He's 0 for 6 since coming up. 113 games this year with Reno. Hit .312, 35 doubles, 10 homers, 45 runs batted in. Batting left-handed. The pitch to him. Upstairs, ball 2-2-0. J.J. Hoover goes 2/3 of an inning. Gets a strikeout, gives up a long ball. 4 homers given up by the Diamondbacks tonight. That's a strike, 2-1. Angels have tied Cleveland 1-1 that game in the third. And the Angels 1 game behind Minnesota. They lost earlier for that second wild card spot in the American League. So they could pull that within a half game with a victory tonight if they can beat Cleveland. And that's a tall order. Yeah. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Vargas, a little floater to left, coming on, and that ball falls. There's his first big league hit. He'll hang on at first. Now Margot boots the ball, and Vargas stays at first base. Flash came in and slid and couldn't catch it.
He kind of blooped it out there, and Blash came in. He went for the slide, pulled up all kinds of turf on the slide.
Yeah, please replace your divots, right?
And then went back to chase the ball, but Vargas just kind of stayed there at first base.
Man, did he dig up the divots. They throw the baseball out of play. First big league hit for Ildemaro Vargas, and a nice start to the inning. He was 0 for 6 before that hit. And now he can smile and know that he has gotten a hit in the big leagues.
He's got a souvenir ball.
Yep. Here's Peralta, homer to start the ball game. Second pitch from Lamet. And David takes upstairs ball one. Well, let's see if the Diamondbacks can cash in now. Start chopping into this 6-2 Padre lead. Hit into a double play tonight. Hit into 3 last night. That was their 4th hit of the evening here. Peralta, a wave and a miss. 1-1. Diamondbacks had 4 hits, 2 runs last night. Had 4 hits, 2 runs in the first game of this series. In San Francisco on Sunday, they had 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 runs on 7 hits Saturday, 3 runs on 6 hits on Friday. So they've not scored any more than 3 runs in any of the games on this trip. And their hit totals have been low. There's a ground foul. 6 hits, 7 hits, 6 hits in San Francisco. 4 hits, 4 hits, and 4 hits tonight here in San Diego. The bats have been silenced by Giants and Padres pitching. Peralta in the hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marte next. Vargas is lead off first. Lamet is ready. Has his sign. Comes to the plate. And that's a ball. And it's 2-2 now. David now this year has set a new career high in hits. Tonight, number 146. He had 144 hits 2 years ago. His home run was his 14th of the season. The pitch to him. Outside and high. Full count, 3-2.
Very could it be right here? And this is what you need. You know, you get the little blooper that Vargas got out there. Now, if you follow it up with another hit or even a walk right here, then you're just that one swing away from getting right back in this game.
And you'll probably see the Padre bullpen get up. Full count, 3-2 on Peralta. Vargas at first, nobody out. The pitch. Ball 4, he walked him. And 2 on to the inning with nobody out. You got your wish. Got the walk.
Boy, he went for the slider right there. I thought he might try to throw a little 2-seamer down and try to get a ground ball, but went for the strikeout. He paid the price.
And there goes the Padre bullpen. Somebody running down there. Yeah, probably gets somebody ready. Well, I don't know where that player ran. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom. Quick trip downstairs, huh? All right, 2 on in the inning. Marte the hitter. Batting left-handed. He's grounded out, struck out. First pitch from Lamet. And it's taken inside 1-0. That for Lamet was his first walk of the night. Diamondbacks have a pitcher up in the bullpen, loosening. Goldie is on deck here. Boy, you'd love to see Marte get a run in or at least get on base.
Keep it going. Keep moving the line.
Goldie and Martinez, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. And a new baseball run to the mound by the catcher, Rocky Gale. Yep, Padres going to get somebody going here. Someone just took off the jacket. They'll start loosening. The inning started with the first big league hit by the pinch hitter Eldemaro Vargas. And then Peralta drew a 3-2 pitch walk. Marte up there, a ball and a strike, nobody out. 6-2, Padres 6th inning. The pitch upstairs, outside 2-1. Texas and Seattle are 1-1 in the 4th inning. In their ball game in Arlington, or Seattle tonight. Texas 3.5 back, Seattle 4 back in the wild card. Their days are starting to draw slim, though. Stammen gets up. Craig Stammen for San Diego. Marte fouls one back. He had a rip at it, but he fouled it to the screen of the countdown. Evens at 2-2. Stammen came on the other night with the bases loaded in the first game of this series and pitched out of trouble. There was one out, and he got Herman, and the pinch hitter for one is to end the threat. 2-2 count on the Diamondback shortstop, Ketel Marte. The pitch to him. Swinging a line drive to left. That's a hit toward the corner. One will score, and the other runners are going to end up at second and third on a double off of the bat of Ketel Marte. It's a 6-3 ball game, and still nobody out in the inning.
Nice inside-out swing on a breaking ball, a little bit elevated, a little bit in, and just kind of slashes it down that left field line. Nice double. Get an RBI, second and third.
It's his 16th run batted in, his 9th double. Now the batter is Goldie, who will come up in this situation as a tying run. And Darren Balsley, the pitching coach, comes out of the dugout, heads to the mound.
It's all about just stringing hits together, stringing base runners together. Create a nice big inning.
So for the first time now in this series, the Diamondbacks have more than 4 hits in a game. They have 5, and they have more than 2 runs in the ball game. They have 3. They're still down 3, but they've got Paul Goldschmidt coming to the plate with runners at second and third, and a chance to cut into this lead even more. And J.D. Martinez is next. Now a left-hander has joined Stammen of the bullpen. Marte's 9th double went the other way, double down the left field line. Vargas came around to score. Peralta got to third. Now Goldie steps in. 1 for 2 against Lamet. First one to him is way outside, ball 1. That one almost got by Gale.
Yeah, not even close. That was almost on the wrong side of the left-hand batter's box.
So 2 hits and a walk in the inning, a run in. 6-3 ball game. Diamondbacks still down 3. Nobody out though. The stretch by Lamet and the pitch. Goldie takes way outside, ball 2-2-0. Well, if he loses Goldie, this might be his last batter regardless of what happens here.
I don't think he's going to give him anything good to hit here. He does have an open base, but again, that's putting the tying run on.
Andy Green is chewing that gum a lot faster than he was at the beginning of this inning. The 2-0 pitch to Goldie. Swing and a fly ball into right center. Margot coming in under it. Both runners tagged. There's the catch. The throw comes into third. Scoring is Peralta. RBI sac fly by Goldie to make it a 6-4 game. A runner at second base with one out of the inning.
Got one in there, but Marte had to stay at second base. Margot got that ball back in.
For Goldie, RBI number 116 of the year. Now Martinez comes up as a tying run. One out of the inning. JD is 0 for 2. He's grounded to short twice. One was a double play ball. So a 2-run 6 in a 6-4 game. Diamondbacks have pulled within a couple. You go back to that fifth inning, the solo home runs hit by the Padres. First one to Martinez. Up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Goldie now 116 runs batted into the season. And that was his 4th sacrifice fly of the year. Chris Owings had led the ball club with 4 before Goldie just caught him. Martinez a drive to deep right. And this game is tied. Number 41 for JD. The right fielder Renfroe just took a look and turned around. Martinez has tied it with a 2-run homer. It's a 4-run inning, and the Diamondbacks right back into this one. 6-6 against the Padres.
My goodness, what a bolt that was. Ball out over the plate, and it just stung. And Renfroe, if you just picture him just standing there and just slowly turning his body, watching the ball go in the bleachers.
Andy Green comes out. He'll make a change here. Lamet had a 6-2 lead going into this inning. Diamondbacks' 3rd home run of the night. This one a 2-run shot by Martinez, his 25th as a Diamondback. And the Diamondbacks have caught the Padres now at 6. They're still batting in the 6th inning here on the D-backs Radio Network. For San Diego is McGrath on a relief. Kyle McGrath. The Diamondback hitter will be Daniel Descalzo. Diamondbacks have played at 4 in this inning. And they've tied the ball game at 6. It started with Ildemaro Vargas, the young rookie, getting his first big league hit, a walk to Peralta. Marte doubled in a run. Goldie hit a sac fly. Then Martinez hit another home run. A 2-run blast. His 41st of the year. 25th with the Diamondbacks. And this game is knotted. And now McGrath is on. Descalzo flied out deep to right and deep to center in his bats against Lamet. They got a security guard on the warning track standing in center field as the first pitch has been made, and nobody knows about it. Now he's get the alert. Yeah, you got to go back.
He's just out there watching the game. I don't think I've seen that one.
He's just there out minding his own business. Straight. He's not facing the home plate in the infield area. He's looking straight out toward the wall. There's a soft fly ball to right. Coming on is Renfroe, and he's got it. And Descalzo is out, number 2 in the inning.
What a weapon J.D. Martinez is.
You just can't say enough about the job he's done since he's come over. I mean, it's scary good what he's doing.
Oh.
J.D. in his last 16 games going into tonight, hitting .394. 11 home runs, 23 RBIs. So that's now 12 homers, 25 RBIs last 16 games. He had that 4-homer game against the Dodgers back on September 4th. Strike 1 to Lamb. Jake's got a home run tonight and is fly to center. Jimmy Sherpy is up in the Diamondback bullpen loosening here in the 6th inning. So Kyle McGrath in relief. Home runs have been the story tonight. 3 by the Diamondbacks, 4 by the Padres. Lamet goes 5 1/3 innings. Gives up 6 hits, 6 runs. The only walk hurt him. It was this inning to Peralta. He came in to score. He struck out 4. The 3 homers allowed. And a swing and a miss by Lamb. Count on Jake is 1-2. They show baseball highlights here nightly on some of the games, and it's always a game where the Dodgers lose. So they showed the highlights here, and the fans are going crazy watching the Dodgers getting beat by the Phillies. And They flashed the numbers up there. The Dodgers have gone 5-20 the last 25 games, and the place just erupted.
Every negative stat possible.
Swing and a miss by Lamb. He's down on strike. So McGrath comes in and gets the final 2 outs in the inning. But the damage done. Diamondbacks get 4. Another home run by Martinez to right field. 41st of the year. We'll go now to the bottom of the 6th in a 6-6 game.
AutoZone presents the oil change. Regular oil changes protect.
Now the news. Today a dog did his business on my front lawn. He did not have a business license.
Arizona Diamondbacks baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
On the pitch, Jimmy Sherpy. J.D. Martinez, another home run tonight. And for J.D., 41. He's now driven in 93. Capped that 4-run 6th inning with a 2-run blast to tie the ball game. Be at Chase Field Saturday. This coming Saturday, the 23rd. See the D-backs take on the Marlins for a 5-10 start. And to commemorate J.D. Martinez's record-tying 4-homer game on September 4th at Dodger Stadium, the first 10,000 fans in attendance receive a J.D. Martinez 4-homer game tee. Get your tickets now at dbacks.com. We're talking about that Phillies win over the Dodgers. Aaron Altair, who's out of the Valley, is 5 for 11 with 3 homers and 9 RBIs in the first 3 games of that series.
Dodger killer.
Yeah. All right, Sherpy's on. And the Padres will send up a pinch hitter to start things off. Carlos Eswaje, left-handed hitting infielder. These two, I'm pretty sure, faced off against one another. AAA PCL this year. Swai with El Paso and Sherpy with Reno. And I'm sure that comes into play a lot for managers in September baseball when you have young kids coming up or pitching. Familiarity. And Swai came up in late June. He fouls the first one back, and that got Sam Holbrook, the home plate umpire.
I mean, there's so much data out there right now anyway, but there's also a lot to it when you can have someone that's actually seen the guy and can tell a little bit about him.
All the umpires come running in to see if Holbrook's okay. The Padres trainer is out there. Holbrook now just takes off the mask. It was a foul ball. Ooh, it hit him right on the shoulder, right on the left shoulder. That's smarts.
Doesn't it make you wonder sometimes? Let's go back to that big bubble.
Yeah. They used to have chest protectors that they wore outside of the shirt. Now they wear a protector inside, almost like a chest protector the catchers wear, but they put the shirt on over it.
Yeah,
years before, they used to have how wide do you think that was? About 4 or 5 inches?
Yeah, it was thick.
That big bubble, and they would wear that. They would strap it over. And that ball, a lot of times, when it would hit that, it'd deflect right back out of the infield. But they don't use those anymore.
And their whole body was up, was really behind it.
Yeah,
just the upper body.
They would put it right up to the top of their neck, too, to the mask. There's a ball from Sherpy, 1-1 on a Swahe. He was acquired along with Margot from the Red Sox in the Craig Kimbrell trade back in 2015. And these two at the top of the order have really done a good job. There's a check swing held up in time. 2-1 the count from Sherpy. Going on 8:30 here. This game started at 6:10. And we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-2 pitch. He struck him out looking. 1 down.
Nice pitch.
Breaking ball.
Yep. Curveball. He gave up on it. Thought it was going to be a little high. That thing dropped right down about just a little bit below the waist.
Here's Margot now, the center fielder. So strikeout for Sherpy to start his night. Margot's been on 3 times tonight, 2 walks and a single. Sherpy now, that was his 8th strikeout in 8 1/3 innings of work. Margot, right-handed batter. First one to him. Breaking ball strike 0-1. He gave up on it. Was bailing. He looks out at Sherpy. Margot. It's quite a trade they made. They gave up a good one in Kimbrel, but they got two everyday players in a Swahe and this guy, Margot. Swinging a ground ball down to third. Lamb's got it. The throw will not be in time. And a nice play by Goldie coming off the bag. Infield hit for Margot. He's on base for the third time tonight.
Nice try by Jake. Not much he could do about that. Fielded the ball, knew he had to get rid of it quickly, and just got it over there. But Margot, good speed, and yeah, like you said, he's on base again.
That's all he does is get on base against the Diamondbacks. Goldie runs it now. He and Sherpy and Herman, a little talk on the mound.
They know he's going to run.
Yep. Stole a base earlier tonight, pulled off a double steal, was actually running off first base earlier and in a bat on a foul ball. So Eric Ibar, who had a brother, former major leaguer, Willie Ibar, is at the plate here. Ibar tonight has grounded out twice and walked in the game. Go ahead run at first for the Padres against Sherpy with one out here in the sixth. Here's a pitch runner going right away and a ground ball, base hit left field. And Margot's going to try for third. Peralta won't throw. He'll get it back into second, first, and third. Hit and run play worked perfectly.
Andy Green didn't wait around either. First fastball looked like it was a little away, but he was trying to hit it that way. There's one guy on the left side of the infield. Marte was covering on the steal, and he poked it through there.
And smart there by Peralta not to throw to third. Keep that runner at first, keep the double play in. Toe here. Myers a batter. He has walked twice and flied to left. So Sherpy in trouble. First and third, one out of the inning. Myers steps in, right-handed batter. Padres have hit 4 home runs tonight. Myers has 28 on the year. He is not homer this evening. Myers has hit into 15 double plays this year. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and it's inside. Ball 1-1-0. Myers leaned back from that pitch. So the Padres trying to get the lead right back. And now Mike Butcher's going to come up, the Diamondbacks pitching coach, and all the infielders, the catcher, and the pitcher will gather at the mound here. Sherpy came in here in 8 innings and not allowed a run, only 2 hits. He's given up 2 hits here, one of the infield variety. And that's put him in a first and third one-out situation in a tie game. And the Padre half of inning number 6. Diamondbacks just came back after a 6-2 deficit, tied the game in the top of the 6th inning with 4. Capped off on a 2-run homer by J.D. Martinez. So Myers will dig into the play. Infield looking for a double play ball. Lamb drops back at third. Margot, the runner, at third base. Ibar at first, 1 out. The pitch on the way, and Myers a pop fly. That won't get the job done. Descalzo, the second baseman, under it. And he's got it, and everybody's got to stay, and that's 2 outs in the inning. And Myers really upset with himself. Slung the bat toward the dugout.
That first pitch curveball was a good curveball, too. And he couldn't do anything with it. Nice pitch.
Now Hunter Renfroe's got 2 home runs tonight, 3 in the series. Get both of his home runs off Robbie Ray this evening. Robbie gave up 3 of the 4 home runs that the Padres have hit tonight. Hoover gave up the other. So Renfroe, 2 home runs, 3 runs batted in. Steps in against Jimmy Sherpy with runners in the corners. 2 men out. Sherpy set. And the first one. And it's a strike call, 0-1. Sent a bender in there.
He's going to keep throwing that bender, too.
And by bender, we mean the curveball.
Renfroe took a pretty good hack at it.
It's like Craig Salmon Candy's going to be their new pitcher in the 7th. He's up at the pen. Right-hander. 0-2 count on Renfroe. Margot at third. Ibar at first, 2 down here. Tie game in the 6th. Sherpy's pitch with the runner going, and it's upstairs. No throw by Herman. And that'll be a stolen base for Ibar, second of the night. It gives him 10 on the year. He was on the back end of a double steal, second and third in the fourth inning. Well, he was holding him on there, so he gets credited with a steal. So now 2 runners in scoring position with 2 men out. 1-2 count on Renfroe. Time is called. Herman to the mound for another visit. There's one guy here who's very pronounced with his boo. He always leads the attack when something the Diamondbacks do, and it's kind of a deep octave boo. And that starts everybody else. All right, quick conversation. Herm back behind the plate. Margot at third. Ibar at second. 2 outs. 1-2 on Renfroe. The stretch by Sherfy. Here's a pitch. Swinging a little pop fly on the infield. There's Marte under it. He's got it. How about Sherfy? On a couple of breaking balls, he gets a pop-up from Myers and a pop-up from Renfroe. Runners at second and third. Pitches around it. And the Padres turned away in the 6th. We go to the 7th. Tied at 6.
Hi, Greg Schulte here. When I developed a herniated disc, I went to Dr. Chris Young at Desert Institute for Spine Care. Dr. Young, I had a herniated
time by checking in with our mobile app or at supercuts.com.
Thanks for inviting me. Nothing like a
Arizona Sports app. Download the Arizona Sports app in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
Mike Butcher, Diamondback pitching coach Jimmy Sherfy, the Diamondback reliever in the dugout, conversing right now. Sherfy was going through a motion there. It was almost like holding the runner on. Sherfy, it looked like Candy just a slide step real quick to show Butch. I don't know if that's what they were talking about. Ibar stole a base in that inning. But, Sherfy pitched out of trouble. That's a good thing. Diamondbacks here in this inning will send up Pollock, Herman, and then the pitcher spot against Craig Stammen, the reliever. Matt Caesar takes over and left. Tied at 6 here. And A.J. takes a strike from Stammen.
This day and age, when you're pitching from the stretch with guys on base, if you're more than a 1-3-5 to the plate, they're stealing.
Yeah.
And especially this Padre team. And everybody knows it. Just something that happens. So you got to be quick.
A.J.'s 0 for 2 tonight. On base 4 times last night. He fouls one back, strike 2 on him. Diamondbacks trailed 6-2 going into the 6th inning. But Ildemaro Vargas got his first big league hit to start things off. A walk to Peralta, RBI double by Marte. Goldie got a run in with a sac fly. And then Martinez a 2-run opposite field home run to right to tie the ball game. Here's the pitch. Pollock a foul out of play. You look at the scoreboard totals. The Padres have 6 runs, 8 hits. Diamondbacks have 6 runs, 6 hits. No errors. The Padres have left 7. Diamondbacks have not left a runner on today.
They have cleaned up everything.
A.J. trying to get on base here against Stammen to start the inning. Out of the windup. And the pitch. And Pollock up the middle, knocked down. Stammen grabs it, picks it up, and throws him out at first. He finished his throw to the plate there, and the ball actually went into his glove and then came out of the glove and dropped at his feet. Or I guess maybe it hit off of his body.
He didn't know where it was at either. He's looking up in the air. Oh, he's got to look down. And he found it just in time.
That's tough hitting there for A.J. That ball was up the middle. And it just hit off the pitcher, and he scrambled for it and got him out. That ball, another 8 to 10 inches either side, and A.J.'s got an infield hit. So 1 out of the inning, 1-3 the hard way. Here's Herman, who's 0 for 2. And Fuentes moves out on deck next. He will bat for Sherfy. And a ground ball into the hole, and that will be fielded by Solarde, but the throw is late to first. And Herman, who runs well, got down the line and beat out the infield hit, or the semi-infield outfield hit in the shift.
Kind of beat the shift, in a way, even though everyone's on that side of the field.
Ibar. Actually, it was the third baseman, Villanueva, who died for the ball. Or was that Solarte who died for it?
I think that was Villanueva.
Okay. Anyway, Herman gets the infield hit. And he's on base now as a go-ahead run. Here's Fuentes.
Base runner, that's the key.
Ray has done a nice job as a pinch hitter off the bench for Torey Lovullo. And he seems to have adapted to that role, accepted that role. Fuentes has gone 5 for 16 with 2 pinch homers and 6 runs batted in. And he takes upstairs and outside from Stammen, ball 1. So Sherpy goes an inning, allows 2 hits, no runs with a strikeout. But he got 2 huge outs. When the Padres starting to get the lead, he got Myers and Renfroe on pop-ups. Next one to Fuentes from Stammen. Runner going off first. A ball to throw down, and Herman steals second base. His 5th.
Herm got a great jump. He caught him by surprise, too.
So the Diamondbacks get a stolen base. Padres looking at it in the clubhouse. He was in. And now the count on Fuentes has gone to 2 balls, no strikes. Fuentes trying to get the runner home from second. Herman here. And Ray takes ball 4. He walks. So good at bat against Stammen. 2 on in the inning for David Peralta, who was homer tonight, walked, scored a couple.
Yeah, that just flips the lineup over now. Now you get the top of the order.
Peralta homered the opposite field in the second pitch of the ball game. His 14th home run of the season. It's his second career leadoff home run. And now he steps in with 2 on and 1 out in this 7th inning, 6-6 game. The stretch and the pitch. And David takes outside from Stammen, 1-0. Well, it's good to see the offense here.
Yes.
6 runs, 7 hits. Diamondbacks have not scored more than 2 runs in any one of the games on this road trip through San Francisco and San Diego for tonight. The 1-0 pitch on the way. And David fouls it back. Third base side, 1-1.
Davis has some really good cuts in this game.
Andy Green managed Peralta back in 2014 at AAA or AA Mobile. That's when Peralta got his first opportunity to play in the big leagues. David Hernandez is in the bullpen for the Diamondbacks, loosening. The pitch. Peralta, a line drive, base hit. Diamondbacks get the lead. Margot over to cut it off. Coming in to score is Herman. And the other runners advance to second and third on the throw back in. So David Peralta with an RBI, and the Diamondbacks shoot on top 7-6 here in the 7th inning.
Another nice swing. We just said he's taking some really good cuts tonight. Got another fastball out over the plate. Whizzed it out towards left center field with the throw coming into third. Peralta was going for 2 anyway on this.
Yeah, they give him a double RBI when he's got to third base. Stammen's been scored upon here. And again, this started with 1 out. The infield hit by Herman. Stole the bag. Fuentes walked as a pinch hitter. And now Peralta's driven in a run. And David, 2 RBIs tonight, his second hit. And the batter is Ketel Marte with Goldie on deck. Darren Balsley, the pitching coach, runs out to visit with his pitcher and anybody else who wants to gather around the mound, which is pretty much the infield and the catcher. Boy, you love the swings by Peralta tonight. The home run the opposite way, and then that gapper right there to left center. I guess he wanted that leadoff spot back after watching Pollock last night.
No doubt about it. Wait a minute, that's mine.
Yeah. Well, he's grasped it. That's good. Kirby Yates is in the bullpen, Lucy. Along with another reliever. I believe Diaz. And Miguel Diaz. Marte drove in a run with a double back of the 6th inning. The Padres infield is in, one out. Runners at second and third, the pitch. And it's taken for his strike 0-1. Marte, a big hitter in this inning. They're working against him with Goldie on deck. He wants to be a contributor here and get another run home. Here's the look in, the stretch by Stammen. Check of the two runners. And the 0-1 to Marte. Another strike, 0-2. Got ahead of him. No balls, 2 strikes. Now he's really got to toughen up here. Down to the count. Boy, the Diamondbacks would love to get at least one, if not both, of these runners in here. They lead 7-6. Here's a stretch by Stammen. And the 0-2 pitch to Marte. On the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a ball into the dirt. So Marte becomes the second out of the inning. Now they've got Goldie up. And they have a base open, but Martinez is next. So the guess is he'll probably pitch to Goldie here. The way Martinez has been swinging the bat. Goldie tonight has a hit. He also has a sac fly. That's what J.D. Martinez has brought to this ball club. Team's now not wanting to pitch to Goldie, but they don't want to pitch to Martinez next. And Goldie with 2 outs and runners at second and third facing Stammen. First one to him is a swing and a miss, strike 1.
Chased the breaking ball that time. That was a good pitch.
Diamondbacks have gotten the lead back here. They led 2-0. Trailed 6-2, and now they lead 7-6. We're in the 7th. Down the line at third with a big lead is Fuentes. Crawl to the runner at second. 2 men out. 0-1 on Paul Goldschmidt. Diamondback first baseman. That's a little high and outside, 1-1. J.D. Martinez, by the way, with his 2-run homer in the 6th inning. He's got 12 home runs this month. The most hit in September since 2002. Troy Tulowitzki had 15 in 2010. Alfonso Soriano had 14 with the Cubs in 07. The 1-1 to Paul Goldschmidt, the Diamondback first baseman from Stammen. It's low, 2-1 to count. Martinez also 1 home run shy of most home runs in a month in Diamondbacks history. Luis Gonzalez in March and April in 2001 had 13. Martinez right behind him at a dozen. Gonzo also had a dozen back in 01 in the month of June. Martinez waiting on deck. Goldie at the plate. 2-1 count on him. Base open. Run in. 7-6 Diamondbacks here in the 7th inning. 2 men out. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. 3-1 on Goldie. And again, 2 right-handers up in the bullpen listening for the Padres. Martinez waiting on deck. AD at his 25th home run and 41st of the year. 2-run shot to tie the game in the 6th. 3-1 on Goldschmidt.
Good hitters count right now. 2 RBIs out there.
Stammen is ready. And the 3-1 pitch. It's ball 4. He walked him. They're loaded for Martinez. And we'll see if it's Stammen or one of the right-handers in the bullpen, Yates or Miguel Diaz, that comes on to face Martinez. Unintentional walk, but semi. Stammen lost Goldie. Out to the mound goes Gale. Both pitchers should be ready if Andy Green wants to make a change here. Second walk in the inning. Given up by Stammen. They're loaded for Martinez. And Andy Green is watching, drinking some coffee in the dugout. And he's going to let Stammen go up against Martinez here.
Well, here's a big at-bat in this game right now.
You've got Fuentes, the runner at third. Peralta, who drove in the run at second. And Goldie at first, 2 men out. J.D. Martinez steps in. Stammen is ready out of the stretch. And his first pitch of the at-bat on the way. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Big cut on a slider.
To think what Martinez has done for the Diamondbacks since coming over in that trade on July 18th from Detroit. 25 home runs, and he's driven in 54. Advance with the bases loaded, 2 outs. 7-6 Diamondback late in the 7th. The pitch to him into the dirt, knocked down by Gale, 1-1. He has already captured 4 Player of the Week honors, the most ever in the history of Major League Baseball. 2 with the Tigers, 2 with the Diamondbacks. One ball, 1 strike on him. Diamondbacks trying to add more in the inning. They're up 7-6 here. Bases loaded, 2 men out. Stammen comes set. Martinez digs in. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to center. He got under it. And it's going to be caught by Margot, who's there and has it. So Stammen gets out of it with 1 run scoring. Diamondbacks will leave him loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. I think it's Hernandez going to come on for the Diamondbacks against the Padres at 7-6 D-backs.
Hi, Greg Schulte here. Got a date at the park this summer? Make it.
Hernandez as we go to the Padre half of inning number 7. Our drive of the game brought to you by Right Now Power Sports, right into one of their 5 Valley locations, or check them out online at rightnow.com. Well, Martinez a 2-run homer tonight. But David Peralta with a leadoff home run and a RBI double to give the Diamondbacks a 7-6 lead in the 7th inning. So Hernandez completing his warm-up tosses. Here we go, bottom of the 7th.
This is where you need that goose egg.
7-6 D-backs.
Be able to hand it off, and maybe to Archie probably next to him.
The batter is Solarde, switch hitting infielder, playing second tonight. We see him all over the place. Second, short, third. Solarde tonight is 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and struck out. Batting left-handed. First pitch to him. Swinging a pop fly, shallow center. On comes Pollock. AJ gets there, and he's got it 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out for Hernandez. Pitcher always likes that.
Yes, Solarte tried to take him deep there again. He's taken some huge hacks in this game.
Here's Matt Caesar, who bats for the first time. He replaced Blash in the outfield last half inning. Right-handed hitter. Villanueva on deck. So first out on 1 pitch for Hernandez. And a strike inside corner. Again, the Cubs lost tonight. And with that, the Diamondbacks reduced their magic number to get to the postseason to 5. Milwaukee also lost its game. Diamondbacks don't get another game knocked off, but they could drop it down to 4 games with that magic number if they can win this game. Strike is called, and it's 0-2 on Caesar. Is that security running around in the Diamondback bullpen out there? Saw a couple of guys with red jackets sprinting. Here's the pitch, and Caesar takes low. And the count on him now 1-2. For David Peralta, this is his 22nd game with the Diamondbacks. He was in 38 games with the Angels. So 60 games on the season for David. Back with the D-backs. Caesar takes low and away, and the count evens out to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Each team with 8 hits. Diamondbacks just left their first runners on base in that 7th inning when they loaded them up, and not left a base runner on prior to that. The Padres have stranded 7 tonight. Here's the 2-2 to Caesar. And a line drive that's all over the outstretched glove of Daniel Descalzo, and Caesar's got a base hit.
Fastball up high in the zone. I don't know if he was trying to waste that or what. He just got on top of it and shot it to right field.
Descalzo was playing him a little bit more towards second. Took about 2 steps to his right, or make that his left, and lunge for the ball, but couldn't come up with it. Now Villanueva, who got his first big league hit in the second inning, struck out in the third, and then hit his first big league home run in the fifth inning. That game and the Texas-Seattle game, which is 7-2 in the sixth inning, Seattle, Texas leading. This one, the only three is still going. Everything else is done. The 1-2 pitch, and Villanueva on the infield. Pop up, Goldie calling for it. And he's got it. And that's out number 2. Hernandez saw Jake Barrett catch a pop up last night, and I think he wanted to catch that one.
Oh, when it's up that high, you almost got to get out of the way. Direct traffic if need be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, scram.
Hector Sanchez going to come off the bench here and pinch hit for Andy Green. Switch hitter. And on the year, Sanchez 6 for 34 with 3 pinch hit home runs and 9 runs batted in. And he's had those 3 pinch home runs and all 6 of his hits. Batting left-handed. And Archie's going to come in this situation with 2 outs in this inning. Tying run on base and the potential go-ahead run at the plate. So Archie Bradley going to get an early call tonight. 7th inning. He relieves Hernandez, who leaves a base runner on. We'll take a break in the action. 7-6 Diamondbacks here at Petco Park in San Diego on the D-backs Radio Network. Up 7-6.
Yeah, well, with the day off tomorrow, you can tax Archie a little bit here. Plus, this is an important game for the Diamondbacks right now. Let's face it. You know, Torrey wants to try to secure a win.
All right, Archie completing his warm-up tosses. Sanchez announces a pinch hitter. He'll stay up there against the right-hander. 3 pinch hit home runs. The pitch. Fly ball on the infield. Lamb foul ground under it. And it's Marte who makes the catch in fair territory as Lamb kind of stepped back into him, but Marte was there. There's a good thing he caught the ball to retire Sanchez and end this inning. So no damage done there. They made the catch, got the out. We'll go to the 8th. Still 7-6 D-backs.
Does your home need a little TLC? R&K Building Supplies has so many products that will improve the look and comfort of your home. Tired of the builder-grade
Cueva Hotel and Casino.
Hi, I'm Michael Groff, President and CEO of Wallach & Volk Mortgage Bankers. Are you buying a home?
Station. Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
Well, the law firm of Berg Simpson reminds you that this copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Arizona Diamondbacks and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Arizona Diamondbacks. When the game is on the line and you are injured, call 602-777-7000 or go to BergSimpson.com. That's B-U-R-G Simpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Right-hander Tim Melville is making his major league debut for the Padres. Sanchez stays in at third. Spangenberg, or make that behind the plate. Spangenberg goes in at third, replacing Villanueva. As we go to the 8th inning, 7-6 Diamondbacks lead it. So all sorts of changes here. But Tim Melville is on to pitch for San Diego. And he'll go up against Descalzo, Lamb, and then Pollock. He's a right-hander. Stands straight up, glove in front of him. As he gets his sign, goes into the windup of the pitch. And at the head of Descalzo, ball 1 inside. Well, first major league pitch, and he almost drilled Descalzo on the head.
Nuke LaLoosh.
Man. He almost got the home plate umpire, too, on the head. Yeah. Here's the next one from Melville. And Descalzo pops it up on the infield. Called for by Myers, the first baseman. He's got it, 1 out. So 4 fly ball outs up the bat of Descalzo tonight. 1 out for Melville, and here's Lamb. Jake snapped a 97 homerless at bat with a home run tonight in the second inning. Had not homered since August 20th of Minnesota when he hit one off Cologne, but he homered tonight in the second inning off Dinelson Lamet. And that had to feel good. Felt good up here, and I'm sure it felt good in that dugout.
No doubt about that.
There's a ball to Jake. Spangenberg is, I believe, batting ninth in the order. Will lead off next inning in the pitcher spot. Archie, meanwhile, has got the chart going over the hitters he's going to face in the eighth, and that will be Spangenberg, Margot, and Ibar. If anybody gets on, Myers.
Difference in the game. You got all these charts right there. 25 years ago, you'd sit next to the pitching coach and say, what do you think about this guy?
Yeah.
And how about up and in and down and away?
A little different game nowadays.
Yeah.
Andy.
No kidding.
3-0 count here on Lamb.
It's become a game of technology.
Here's the windup and the 3-0 pitch. And that's ball 4. He walked him. So a 4-pitch walk to Lamb. Base runner, and here's Pollock. A.J. Hillis tonight 0 for 3. After his big night last night, 2 homers and a double and a walk on base 4 times. So Pollock steps in with a runner at first. Diamondbacks trying to add to this 7-6 lead that they've got. Melville's. Chris got that rally going in the 7th inning with an infield single and scored the go-ahead run. 3-0 count. And A.J. takes ball 4. He walks. Back-to-back walks in the inning. Padres fans get a little uneasy. And here comes Herman. And here comes Andy Green. So Mander out there. And that will be another new pitcher. Corey Mazzoni is going to come on. Second Lamb. Pollock at first, 1 out. 7-6 Diamondbacks here in the 8th. And again, Archie next. And he is in the on-deck circle to hit. Mazzoni looks in, gets his sign. He is ready out of the stretch. And the first one to Herm is over but low. 1 ball, no strikes. Full count on him now.
Really playing Herman to hit down the left field line.
That was a ball according to the box. Full count, 3-2. Lamb at second base, and at first base Pollock. They both walked this inning. 1 man out. It's a 1-run Diamondback lead. Mazzoni ready. 3-2 pitch to Herman. Swinging a shot to left center. Coming on is Margot, and he's got it. And the throw back to second, and Lamb is safe at second base on a wide throw. Boy, Jake was almost doubled off.
That throw was on the money. They might have had a play to get him there. Jake just had trouble reading that, whether it was going to be caught or whether it was going to fall in.
Well, their defense had Herman played perfectly there and made for an easier catch for Margot. Now Archie bats with 2 outs. And just looking at the replay, Solardi was well off the bag when he had to catch that ball. So Brantley bats 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts this year. He hits here in the 8th inning. And the first pitch to Archie, batting right-handed, is a line drive base hit center field. And he gets by Margot and goes to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Look at Archie go. He's chucking around second. He's heading for third. He's going to go in there standing up. And the Diamondbacks get 2 to the lead. They lead it 9-6. That ball got on Margot so fast he couldn't stop it.
That ball was a laser that Archie hit. And Margot got a little too close to it, and it skidded right by him all the way to the wall. Archie was flying around the bases, gets into third base, and he is just fist pumping over there.
He gets a single. That'll be a 2-base error. And the Diamondbacks now lead at 9-6. Does anybody have more energy and excitement about his ball game than Archie Brantley?
He loves it.
Here's Peralta, who's got 2 hits tonight. And David swings and fouls it back. That dugout was going crazy for Archie. Did they give him 1 RBI or 2? I would think they'd give him 2, but maybe 1. It was hit so hard, and Margot was rather shallow. And that ball just skipped right by him.
Well, if they give him a single, that's only going to be 1 RBI.
So that's all right. Archie will take the hit, first of the year. A swing and a miss by Peralta, 0-2 now from Mazzoni. But how big was that? He jumped on the first one and he tallywhacked it. And then he got all the way to third base on the air. So 2 in the inning. And a ground ball to short here. Ibar's got the big hop. And he'll throw to first to get Peralta. That'll end the inning. But Archie head back to the dugout, try and catch a quick breather, get a sip of ice water, and head to the mound. Pitch the 8th. Diamondbacks on top, 9-6.
Long days at the ballpark, airplanes, hotels, buses. Sometimes the baseball season makes me yearn for what's truly...
Don't miss the final regular season Sunday home game on September 24th when the D-backs take on the Marlins. It's Fan Appreciation Day, which means fans can win prizes all game long.
Well, Archie Bradley was churning around the bases, got to third on a single and a two-base error by Margot, and now goes back out there to loosen up to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. Diamondbacks leading 9-6. That was a happy dugout for Archie Bradley.
They wanted him to go 4.
Yeah. I was just hoping he didn't have to slide. He wouldn't. I don't think he'd have slid anyway. Tony Perez-Chica wouldn't have allowed him to slide going into third, and as it was, the throw came in very, very late. So he went in standing up, but at least he got a chance to stand there a little bit and catch his breath, and then towel off in the dugout. He came on and got the final out of the Padre 7th inning when he got the pinch hitter Sanchez to pop up to the shortstop Marte. He'll face Spangenberg, and then Margot and Ibar here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
He probably hasn't run that hard since a defensive tackle was chasing him.
All right, here we go. Spangenberg, left-handed hitter. He's hitting 300 this year in his home ballpark with 6 home runs, 23 RBIs this year here at Petco. Archie swings, first pitch off of Bradley. Spangenberg hits it to second, and Descalzo throws him out. 1 down.
A great way to start. 1 breaking ball, 1 ground ball.
And now Margot has been on 4 times tonight, 2 walks, 2 hits. He was on 3 times last night, 2 hits and a walk. And also on once Monday. Yeah, the Diamondbacks, right now, they're magic number 5 due to a Cubs loss tonight to get to the postseason. They could reduce that to 4 with a win here. They're up 9-6 in the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch on the way is a strike. So get your tickets for the weekend series with Miami. And of course, Diamondbacks, if they get into the postseason, they'll have a big celebration. They'll be all excited. It'll be a fun time to be there. There's a ball inside. And the count is 1-1. I'm guessing if they clinch it all, they would make a pool appearance.
Oh, I'm certain of that.
Ground ball down to third. Lamb knocks it down, picks it up, and fires to first, and he still gets Margot for the second out of the inning. Boy, Jake, the ball was on him quick. He got the body on it, knocked it down, picked it up with the bare hand, and threw him out.
Diamondbacks finally get Margot.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy.
2 outs now for Ibar. Ibar has been on twice tonight with a walk and a single. Archie, 2 quick outs here. He's only thrown 7 pitches to get 3 outs. He came on, got the final out, strike 1 here. Archie has become national news now, too. The national media noting the kind of year he's had for the D-backs. There's a soft liner to left that's going to fall for a hit by Ibar with 2 men out of the inning. He went the other way. He just continues to get hits against the Diamondbacks.
It's another pest. Him and Margot at the very top of the order. They have created havoc for the D-backs.
And now you get a home run threat up there, and Will Myers, who has walked twice tonight, scored a run and flied to left and popped to second. 28 home runs on the year. He had a cycle earlier this season in Denver. The second in the history of the Padres, who became a major league team in 1969, had never hit for a cycle. They still have not thrown a no-hitter in their history. Here's the first one from Archie. 2 Myers with 2 outs and a base runner on the way, and Myers swings and lines it foul down the right field line. Strike 1. That's all he was trying to do with that ball, was serve it to right field. Fouled it. Diamondbacks, I think, have 6 or 7 cycles. They've thrown a perfect game and a no-hitter. The Padres finally got their first cycle in 2015. Got another one this year, and they've yet to throw a no-no. 0-1 pitch to Myers with 2 outs. That's a little low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Archie trying to get out of this inning. Take it to the 9th with a 9-6 lead. Myers trying to bring the Padres a little closer. Ibar at first, 2 out. The stretch in the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play. Boy, Myers, big old cut at that ball. That almost hit a gentleman on the head. Ball was closing in on him, just kind of put his hands over his head.
That's basically the third deck.
Yeah. 1-2 on Myers. Brad Hand is in the bullpen loosening. Last of the 8th. Runner on, 2 men out. The stretch and the pitch. Foul ball again. Another fastball by Archie. I think if he dropped a hook on him here, he'd maybe get him looking. Melville, who gave up the 2 walks, charged with the 2 runs in that inning. One of those earned. The hit was given up by Mazzoni. Archie ready. Ibar off first with 2 outs. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, and another foul ball and a fastball again to Will Myers. And to the mound goes Herman. So Myers fouling pitch after pitch off here, all fastballs. On deck, Renfroe's got 2 home runs tonight. The Padres have hit 4 home runs in this game. The Diamondbacks have hit 3. Another one by J.D. Martinez, by the way. Lamb is first in 97 at-bats, first since August 20th. The other, a leadoff home run to start the ballgame by David Peralta. 9-6 in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs, a base runner. Archie ready. The pitch to Myers. Fastball inside. 2-2 now. Cleveland leading the Angels 4-2 on the 7th. Angels are trying to get to within a half game of Minnesota for that second wild card spot in the American League. Twins lost earlier to the Yankees today. 2-2 on Myers. Bradley ready. As his sign comes center the belt. Check of Ibar. The pitch on the way. Fastball away. Full count, 3-2. So Myers put a good at bat on Archie Bradley. 3-2 count on him with 2 outs here. Now Ibar will run off first with 2 men out.
A Renfroe guy on deck.
Yeah. 3 homers in the series, 2 tonight. Archie leans in, gets a sign from Herman. Right-hander ready. Ibar his lead. There he goes. The pitch to Myers and a drive to left. There's Peralta for the out. Ball started to take off on him. Boy, Myers a big long at bat and a hard hit ball, but the catch was made by Peralta. This inning over. 1 hit in the inning, 1 left. We go to the 9th. It's 9-6 D-backs.
Catching a game in all 30 pro ballparks and walking away with a home run ball. Check. Whatever you're getting ready for, come into Supercuts.
Super.com. Giving you inside access and breaking sports news from the players to the front office. Cardinals, D-backs, Suns, Coyotes, ASU. Spread the word. It's all here. 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station. Arizona Diamondbacks baseball. 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
Corey Mazzoni stays out there. We go to the 9th. Diamondbacks leading 9-6 here. It'll be Marte, Goldie, and Martinez due up. The Diamondbacks at one-time trail in this game 6-2. They got 4 in the 6th inning, 1 in the 7th, and 2 in the 8th. Now have this 9-6 lead. And first up, Marte, who's got an RBI double tonight, 1 for 4 against Mazzoni. And the first pitch of the inning is outside ball 1. We'll watch the drive to the pennant with MLB.TV every night on every device. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Ground ball back up the middle. Ibar's got it on a tough hop, and now can't throw it. Well, that ball came up on him as he fielded it, and then as he went to grab it, it rolled up his hand and onto his arm area, and then it just kind of flittered away. And did they give him an error? They did.
Should be, yeah.
It's an error to start the inning. These days you got to ask Andy.
I know. I'm with you.
Yeah, but it's an error. And here is Goldie now with a base runner. So that's errors now in back-to-back innings for the Padres. 2 of them on the night. And a pickoff throw. There's a third error. And Marte will stop at second. No, he won't. Trying for third. Here's the throw over, and he gets in. And he's safe at third base, so that'll be a throwing error on the pitcher. 3 errors. Tried to pick Marte off.
This is kind of a nice little gift for the D-backs here.
Yeah. So, well, it didn't look like Myers was even ready to catch that ball.
No, I know.
He was playing in front.
Not much of an effort.
The error is charged to the pitcher on the throw. And Marte sliding to the outside of the bag. Beat the tag in there. The infield has to come in with Goldie up. Goldie's got an RBI tonight on a sac fly. He's got a single and a walk. And he takes outside, blocked by Sanchez, 1-0. Goldie this year hit number 1,000. That came a week ago tonight, in fact, against the Rockies. So he's working on the other side of 1,000 now. Heading to 2,000. Marte at third, nobody out here. The pitch. It's inside. And the count goes to 2-0. Rodney is up in the bullpen getting ready. Is a swing and a miss. Full count 3-2.
I think Goldie was surprised he missed that. It was a slider, and it had a lot of the middle of the plate. Big, powerful cut. Empty, though.
So a full count on Paul Goldschmidt. Martinez next. I don't know what happen with Goldie here, but I'd be shocked if they pitch to Martinez, whatever the situation is. Here's the pitch. And Goldie up the middle, base hit, RBI single. The run is in, and it's 10-6 Diamondbacks. Goldie 2 RBIs tonight.
Just waiting for that ball out over the plate. Used the center part of the field and just struck it well right up the middle. That's good hitting.
He's on now. The batter will be Martinez. They won't walk him now with the runner at first. So Marte reached on an error, went to third on a throwing error on a pickoff, and scored on the hit by Goldie. And now J.D. Martinez, who tonight hit home run number 41, number 25 for the D-backs, 2-run shot. Swing, and he fouls this one back. Every time he swings a bat, you just expect the ball to fly out of the ballpark.
You do.
And I mean, nobody out in the inning. Goldie at first. The pitch to Martinez is a fly ball into center. And Margot is under it. Now back to the warning track. Makes the catch. Goldie tags, but holds on at first. Throw comes back in. Actually got by Solarte, but the pitcher was backing it up. That ball carried a long way into the night air here. Hit by J.D. Martinez.
Well, after the fastball up and in, they came back with 2 sliders, and both times J.D. just wasn't going out there to get it. His swing changed a little bit.
Now to Scalzo, who's 0 for 4 tonight. 3 fly balls to the outfield and 1 to the first baseman. Daniel playing in game number 124 tonight. This is number 153 for the D-backs. And a swing and a miss here at strike 1. Mazzoni has slowed things down also. Now the next pitch to Descalzo on 3-2. Daniel, a fly ball to left. Coming on Caesar under it. He's got it 2 away. And now Jake Lamb. Lamb homered in the second inning tonight. First time since August 20th when he took Bartolo Colon deep in Minnesota. 97 at bats between home runs. Number 28 on the year, RBI 102. He has since flied to center, struck out, walked, and scored. His walk, by the way, is 80th of the year. And his 2 runs scored tonight give him 83 on the season. Pretty big numbers. First one to him here is outside ball 1. About the only thing you look at, Candy, is that batting average, which at the moment is 248. But, the run production, the runs scored, the walks, the defense.
Defense is key.
Yeah.
Way better.
He has had a solid season, the All-Star for the first time. He takes one of the bounces up there. Goldie stays at second. Ball trickles up the third base line. Sanchez goes and gets it. 2-0 on Lamb. Pollock next. And the Diamondbacks with a win here could cut the magic number down to 4 to get to the postseason. And keep the Dodgers magic number at 2 to win the West. Lamb takes a strike, 2-1. Dodgers lost again tonight. 20th time in their last 25 games. Beaten by Philadelphia. Milwaukee lost. Cubs lost. Yankees won in the wild card race in the American League. Minnesota lost. The Angels are trailing the Indians, trying to pull to within a half game of Minnesota. So a lot going on here over the final 10 days of the season. Lamb on 2-1, checks his swing ball 3-1. Mazzoni has thrown 32 pitches since coming on.
Kind of been all over the place.
Yeah. Here's a stretch. And the 3-1 to Lamb with 2 outs in the inning. Runner at second, and Jake. And he did not go. Ball 4. 2 on now, and the batter will be Pollock. Runners in the corners. I don't think Andy Green wants to go get another pitcher. He is talking right now with his bench coach, Mark McGuire. Sanchez goes to the mound for a visit. And Pollock will step in. Well, the Rockies are going to find out these Padres aren't easy to handle when they come in for 4.
Yeah.
They maintain their 1-game lead over Milwaukee in that second wild card spot. For that second wild card spot, Rockies shut out by the Giants today, but Milwaukee lost in the 9th inning on a home run by Frazier to beat them. With a win, they could have tied Colorado. Pollock takes outside ball 1. Now I say I don't think Andy Green wants to go get his pitcher, but if he loses Pollock here, he may be forced to. This kid's thrown 34 pitches already. Mazzoni making his Padre debut in this ball game. Next one to Pollock is driven into deep right center. That ball is tagged. That ball is gone. 3-run homer by A.J. Pollock, opposite field. And the Diamondbacks now lead it by a score of 12-6.
A.J. staying hot. Opposite field. You don't see him often do that. But again, just a laser shot right over right center field wall.
So it's a 4-run inning. I said 12-6. It's 13-6. Diamondbacks lead it.
You chipped us a run.
Yeah. And they stay with Mazzoni here. Here's Chris Herman. Diamondbacks have had 2 4-run innings tonight. The 6th and now here on the 9th. 13-6 are on top. AJ has had quite a series. 3 homers in the last 2 games. 3 more runs batted in tonight. That was his 13th homer. Strike one to Herm.
The Bats are alive and well in this game.
Yep, they are back. That's good to see heading home.
13 runs, 11 hits. The long ball showing up.
Let's see. Rodney sit down. Yep. And now Diamondbacks have another pitch up, swing and a miss. And the count on Herm is 0-2. So out of a safe situation. Diamondbacks leading here by 7 now, 13-6. It's Braden Shipley up in the bullpen. The pitch on the way. And that's into the dirt. So, 2 RBIs for Peralta tonight and a home run. RBI by Marte, 2 by Goldie. Martinez a 2-run homer. Lamb, home run. Pollock, home run, 3 runs batted in. And an RBI for Archie Bradley. 13 total on the night. The pitch up and in.
Falling behind.
The next one to Herman. Swing and a miss, strike him out. The inning's over. Diamondbacks get 4. They'll take a 13-6, 7-run lead into the bottom of the 9th inning here at Petco in San Diego.
Hi, my name's Kristen, and this is George. I can count on him
to learn more.
The D-backs are in a fight for postseason. Register now for your opportunity to buy D-backs postseason tickets online at dbacks.com/postseason. Presented by Gila River Casinos.
Arizona Diamondbacks Baseball, 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.
Bottom of the 9th inning. The Diamondbacks up now 13-6 in this ball game. Boy, who would have thought this, huh? Robbie Ray and Denilson Lamet. A couple of guys who are really throwing the ball well. They got knocked out relatively early in this one. Robbie gave up 5. Lamet ended up giving up 6. And then the bullpen for the Padres really kind of fell apart tonight late in this one.
Yep. It was a pitcher's matchup all the way on paper. That's why you play the game, right?
Oh, yeah. Braden Shipley on. He'll pitch the 9th inning. Diamondbacks up by 7. 13 runs in this ball game for the D-backs. Padres have not been good defensively late. And here we go. Renfroe will lead it off. And then Solarde. And then Caesar. Come on, Herm. We got a game to play here. He and Shipley talking things over. Renfroe's got a 2-homer game tonight. These two teams have combined for 8 home runs, 4 by each team. The most home runs combined in a ball game at Petco Park in this ballpark's history. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Diamondbacks have left 3 on base. Padres have left 9. And strike 1 to Renfroe, thrown by Shipley. And that's what the manager wants to see of the pitching coach, throwing strikes with a 7-run lead. And there's a drive, and that's 3 for Renfroe. Out of here. Hunter Renfroe with his 3rd home run of the ball game, and the 9th home run hit tonight. It's now 13-7. Oh, what a night that kid's had.
That ball was really spanked, too. He's had a big series against the D-backs.
4 home runs, 3 tonight. Ties the San Diego rookie record set by Nate Colbert in their first year in 1969. Now this kid, he's going to end up with some 40 home run seasons. I think. That's home runs 22, 23, and 24 tonight.
Just not hitting fastballs. That's 2 breaking balls he's hit tonight. One off Robbie, and then that one there.
Shipley misses outside ball 1. 11 hits now for the Padres. Same total as the D-backs have. And there's a fastball that runs inside. And it's 2-0 on Solarde, batting left-handed. Diamondbacks need 3 outs here to get a win. And there's a base hit back up the middle, center field by Solarte. Well, they won't wait around long on Shipley if he's not getting out. So get probably Rodney back up, who was up earlier. You don't really want to use him here, but you need some outs. Shipley's given up a home run and now a single. And now the batter, Matt Caesar's got a single and is only at bat of the night. And there goes the bullpen, getting ready.
The last thing Torrey wanted to do right now is get that bullpen going.
Mike Butcher comes out, sprints to the mound, the Diamondback pitching coach. Caesar with that unusual spelling of the last name, S-Z-C-Z-U-R, as Candy always says. Good Scrabble name. It is Chapin, the left-hander, up in the bullpen, loosening. Butcher just went out and told Shipley, get a double play ball here.
Throw a strike, get a ground ball.
So Caesar will dig in against Shipley. A 3-homer night for Hunter Renfroe. 5 hit by the Padres, 4 by the Diamondbacks. D-backs still with a 6-run lead. First pitch. Caesar a pop fly into right for Martinez. JD coming on under it, and he's got it one down. Well, that helps. And now Villanueva will be, well, he was lifted. It looks like, is that Jankowski coming up? Travis Jankowski, left-handed hitting outfield. So he is batting for the pitcher. This is a pitcher's spot. He bats here in this 9th inning with 1 on, 1 out. This guy a tough guy to double. That's for sure. Unless he hits it hard as somebody. Sanchez next. Shipley ready. And the first one. And it's grounded to second. Out at second. On to first. Out. Double play. Diamondbacks win it. 13-7. They beat the Padres. Back in a moment.
Hi, Greg Schultz.
Well, Diamondbacks have a play to catch, so Candy, it was a good win here. Trailing 6-2, 4 home runs tonight. Big night for Renfroe. He had 3 for the Padres, but a 13-7 victory. Diamondbacks' magic number to clinch. A spot in the playoffs goes down to 4 with their win and a Cub loss here tonight. And on home now for 6 to close out the home season.
Yeah, it's one of those nights where you really needed the offense. You got it going. They were 6 for 11 with runners in scoring position, which is big. And big has a lot to do with scoring those 13 runs.
Diamondbacks ended up the road trip 3-3 through San Francisco and San Diego. Here are the totals. 13 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 4 left for the Diamondbacks. 7 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors, 9 left for the Padres. Sherpy the winner, 2-0. Stan with the loser, 2-3. Time of the game, 3:47. The attendance, 25,797. Mike's got the wrap-up show next. We'll join you on Friday night, 6 o'clock. BP show time, 6:40 first pitch. It'll be Greinke against Conley. Giancarlo Stanton and the Marlins in town to start a weekend series. Hope to see you out at the ballpark. Diamondbacks maybe this weekend clinching before the hometown fans. Now for Tom Candiotti, Mike Farron, producer-engineer Leo Gilmartin, and our technical director Luke Robbins, I'm Greg Schulte. Diamondbacks win at 13-7 here in San Diego. We say so long for now.
Thank you for listening to Arizona Diamondback Baseball on the Diamondbacks